You mean Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married? Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother Garlic, cocoa butter and sea moss gold and shit.
This live is for Africans only. If you're not black or African, jump off the live right now. Jump off the live right now. Jump off the live right now. If you're not black or African, jump off the live right now. Damn Neanderthals. If you are a coon, super coon, Negro in training, jump off the live right now. Jump off. Are you gonna vote for Biden or Trump? Well, either way, they're not either African. So that should be your answer right there. If I vote for either of them, that's me invested in white supremacy. If I vote for Trump or Biden, that's white supremacy. If I vote for Trump or Biden, that's white supremacy. If I vote for Trump or Biden, that's white supremacy. I'm black and my wife is white. Lord Jesus, another coon. It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro. And your coon chip has been activated. Okay? You're the average Negro. I don't need to pull out the paper.
Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts. More gifts. Sister Tammy Gilmore, you want a $2 refund? I'll be damned if I give you 8 quarters back. You don't even want to give 8 quarters to black boys? Damn that, sister. You're not getting no refund.
Quaker Grits is $20 million a year off black folks. Quaker Grits? Can I have your grit money for 1 year? Give me your grit money for 1 year and I will build 10 schools across this country. Give me your grits. Give me your Quaker Grits. No more grits for 1 year. Can we sacrifice our grits for 1 year? Can we sacrifice the grits? If you give me the grits, 19 million on Quaker Grits.
Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money, give me your weave money, give me your perm money, your Jordan money, your Alizé money, your 40-ounce money. We need the money, brothers and sisters. How about you hit the Cash App?
Thank you, Sister Avanti. $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20. But thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content. Because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people. I'ma call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside. I'm getting sick and tired of getting texts on my cell phone for black folk talking about I've donated, like they done. You gave me $25 damn and you think you free now. We gotta raise $2 million. Your ass ain't done. I better get some more and some more and some more and some more.
Where them Cash Apps at, y'all? Ain't nobody came through yet. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Maybe something wrong with the Cash App. Cause I know y'all gonna send me something. Let me see. With a Cash App. Okay, there we go. Sister Jenny, $21. Dang. Okay, thank you, Sister Jenny. That might have been your last dollar.
Hit that Cash App. Let me see who on the Cash App. Where them donations at? Where them donations at? Hit the Cash App. To hit that Cash App.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and scam African. Peace. Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar. Ifa Tunde, Ogun Tade, Osun Aswe. I'm getting tired of people calling me about them goddamn donations. The school is closed and will not be opening due to ghosts being in the building. I think the ghost of Harriet Tubman has haunted the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I'm under a lot of pressure. Hello.
Yes, where's the money I donated?
Sister, don't call me about no fucking donations. I don't know where your donations are. I don't know where your donations are. I don't know where your donations are. They have been sent back to the ancestors.
I don't care about you repeating shit 3 times. I want my money.
Well, call J.G. Wentworth and ask for your fucking money. I don't know where your donations are.
Well, you need to find out because I want my fucking money back. And I'm,
like I said, I'm under a lot of pressure. I don't know where you're.
Yo, this Mac, bro.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
I'm just letting you know I'm on my way.
How long you gonna be?
Like 10, 15 minutes. How many you want?
I want 5 of them. Same thing I got last time, and make them fat. You went a little skimpy on the Prince later.
Yes, come on, man. I'll be there in a few.
Peace. Like I said, stop calling my number. I don't know where. Who is it? It's the police. Shut up. Peace.
Brothers and sisters, $3. All I can say is beautiful. Brother Heen, $5. I appreciate you, brothers and sisters. Stop worrying about my shirt, okay? I'm tired of you tender-ass dudes. Why are you worrying about me wearing the shirt? What's all this tender shit? It's too much tender shit in the conscious community. We gotta do something about this. It's too much tender shit. Why are you worrying about me and no shirt, brother? I'm not showing you no nipples. I'm not naked, brother. Stay focused. Stop worrying about my shirt. Stop being tender, my brother. Raise your testosterone. Go to GNC and get you some testosterone tablets, my G. Go to GNC and get you some testosterone tablets, my G. Stop being tender. It's too much tenderitis. It's too much tenderitis in the black male population. Okay? Okay? Put your Garveyite gangster suit on, brother. It's too much tenderitis in the conscious movement. Put your Garveyite gangster suit on, my brother. Hit the cash app. Let's see what we got. $3. Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money. Give me your weave money. Camp coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said
With a cash app. Okay, there we go.
$2 refund.
Rock in Cleveland, my wife and I have 2 kids expecting to make 11 more. Wait a minute, Rock. Hold on.
Donations.
Man, you can't just take some Windex.
Let me see if y'all gave me any donations. Let me see. I'm Brent's brothers and sisters.
And everything else. Pardon?
This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate.
I don't go around think about you, you broke ass nigga. Do you even have a job? I don't go around think about you.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister.
Everyone is upset at us because we no longer want to carry the mantle for Pan-Africanism. Why don't you? To my Caribbean peoples, I love y'all. But if you believe in Pan-Africanism, why don't you carry the mantle? Why don't you practice Pan-Africanism? To my African peoples, if you believe in Pan-Africanism, why don't you carry the mantle of Pan-Africanism? Why does it matter if FBAs no longer want to carry the mantle of Pan-Africanism? We don't want to be Pan-Africanists no more. It doesn't work. We've done the research. We know about Africa. We know about ancient Kemet. We know about the Sangay Empire. We know about Mali. We know about Ghana. We know about Mansa Musa. We know, family. We knew it before you did. In many cases. Many of us knew more about Africa than most Africans, family. We understood the history and we appreciated the history. We loved the history, even romanticized the history to a certain degree. But something happened. Folks started coming over here and they started acting funny toward us. We started going into their stores. They started following us around, acting like we gonna steal something. They got the African by the door. He looking at you all buggy-eyed when you come in the door. You got a bag. He looking at your bag, hassling you for your bag. Hey, give me your bag. You're like, yo, dude, calm down. Everyone is upset at us.
That goes to show that immigrants, Caribbean, and Africans enemies are our enemies. What offends us don't offend them. That's why they could get called the N-word and nobody matters. White people call Caribbeans and Africans niggers and they don't say nothing. It don't offend them. That's how Marcus Garvey could get cool with the KKK, because the KKK never harmed no fucking Caribbeans. Nigga, our enemies is not their enemies. We don't share the same common enemies. Nigga, the KKK never hung fucking Africans. The KKK never bombed no fucking little African or Caribbean girls in church. See what I'm saying? That's how Marcus Garvey got to get cool with the KKK, because we don't got the fucking same enemies. Marcus Garvey was just panhandling and getting fucking funds from the public because he was selling philosophy cocaine of his day. He was selling philosophy crack of his day like you're doing today. You selling that philosophy fentanyl to niggas. And we don't fucking need that. We don't got the same ops, nigga. So fuck you and fuck Marcus Garvey. It's Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington forever. Shit, I'll even say motherfucking Noble Drew Ali. Shit, Elijah Muhammad. Anybody better than fucking Marcus Garvey? His philosophy was fucking stupid. Let's go back to Africa. You analyze a fucking Jamaican who told Americans to go back to Africa when he even never went to Africa. Like, yo ass never going to Africa and fucking staying. We not idolizing no fucking immigrant to misdirect us to leave America and our homeland to go to some fucking fairy tale. He is a fucking fairy tale philosopher just like you, nigga. Y'all the same. Fuck you and fuck Marcus Garvey. They're running interference for the white supremacy as we speak in our country. They're undermining us as we speak. They come here to undermine us. They don't come here for us. They don't come here because other black people are here. They come here because they believe white people give them opportunities and they invented and created everything. We have no camaraderie with these fucking people. It ain't the same mind frame, ain't the same experience, it ain't the same contribution. All slavery wasn't created equal, nigga. And quite frankly, I don't see what the fuck they can even be paid, because they ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga acting like them other countries built schools, Yale, Harvard, Princeton, and all them fucking HBCUs. Like, they acting like them other groups done created the EMT. Them other groups ain't create shit. Why we focus on other people who ain't worth shit, who never done shit, who comes here to benefit off the shit that we invented and contributed to the world? So you want reparations for slave traders that's African? We should attack the fucking, he don't mention the fucking African slave traders that's running governments now. He ain't talking nothing about going at them, nigga. No. They just as bad as white people. There's no difference. This is not about race. It's about specific people with specific lineage, with a specific experience. He's conflating truth with lies, but most of the thing he's saying is a fucking lie. The race was not enslaved. You also had other races that was enslaved too. White indentured servants was damn near slaves too. It wasn't shadow slavery, but it was slaves too. The Chino Manila slaves in Mexico, in Latin America, they were slaves too. It's not about race. It's not about everybody. This is about us specifically. See, the problem is these Pan-African niggas move our focus and move our target. Instead of us targeting and focusing on one nigga, some of your ancestors, if you American like me, was white. They was freemen. They wasn't slaves. And a lot of them was indigenous, freemen and slaves. We classified as Negro in color, mulatto. So you telling a part truth to get, that's what I'm saying. You telling a part truth for what? Nigga, look, slavery is the common denominator, but it's not the fucking numerator. All our ancestors didn't come from Africa. We have European, we have indigenous ancestors too. Some of us, like me, I got an Asian ancestor. See what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna just act like the whole story is we all just purebred Africans who bred with Africans for generations. We ain't fucking been Africans for fucking 20 generations. That shit is 20 generations ago. All types of mulattoes mixed with indigenous and indigenous mixed with Africans and Africans and they went to white. It's a nigga, we are agglomeration of a bunch of things. We're not African. Nigga, the story starts as slavery, but the ancestors are something else. A generation or two, we was not Africans. And some was not Africans at all. Stop telling just the fucking denominator and tell the numerator too. Niggas always want to talk about the denominator, but ignore the fucking numerator, nigga. There is more factors than just people coming from fucking Africa. You try to just focus on Africa is not the fucking focal point of the story. It's the totality of the story. This nigga is telling a part. See what I'm saying? He's telling a little bit of truth, ignoring the rest of the whole truth. And that's a fucking lie. Tell the whole story. Me, nigga, look, my ancestors didn't just come from Africa. They are indigenous, they're European, they were slave masters, they were settlers, some was traders, some was bad wenches, some was goddamn mud sharks. It's a totality of things. It's not just Africans. Lines of Africans and tribes of Africans didn't come here from Africa and exclusively just bred with each other for generations. No, everybody was watered down and mixed and mangled with each other. We was forced to. The Africans and the indigenous was classified as the same thing, which forced them into the same goddamn people in the same group. They had to mix because they was the same people and they had proximity. White Europeans raped and married and fell in love with all types of Africans, and so did the women. The women also fucking had children. White women had children by slaves too. That's part of the story too. You're not telling the whole fucking story. Our ancestors didn't come from Africa. Some did, not all. Nigga, that's just 1/3 of the fucking story, and not even 1/3 of our ancestry is fucking from fucking Africa. When the Europeans did the DNA test, they didn't say these dark indigenous was fucking indigenous people. They said they was African, and they said the yellow people was the indigenous people. We have the least mixed blood with the yellow indigenous people, the $5 Indians and the Asians and the Chicanos. We have 1% of them. So when shit come up as indigenous, it goes to them people. Just because you can take any group and say this group is this, right? That don't mean it's a real group. And everybody else will be the fake. So the fake could be the real and the real could be the fake. That's how that goes. So we ain't just, most of our DNA came from Africa. No, a lot of our DNA was just classified as African, even though it was indigenous. So about, nigga, most of our blood is indigenous that's reclassified as African. Just like indigenous people was reclassified as Negro and black instead of indigenous people. It's the same thing. Our ancestors didn't come from just Africa. They came from Europe. Nigga, we wasn't just slaves. Our ancestors are slave holders and slave captures and fucking slave owners, nigga. Nigga, hear me out. Nigga, hear me clearly. Nigga, our ancestors came from Europe. Our ancestors was already here. Our ancestors were slaves and slave catchers and slave owners. All of that. That's the whole story. This nigga's telling 1/4 of the fucking story. Nigga, it's not about, fuck the denominator. That's not the whole equation. The whole equation includes the denominator and the numerator. I'm gonna tell you why these Pan-African niggas always focus on a common denominator, African and slavery, and ignore the European and indigenous blood. You know why? Because that makes us fucking different. That's something they can't relate to. It's something that disconnects them from us. See what I'm saying? See, I think because he don't want to be a pan-white American. He don't want to be a pan-European American because white people ain't going for that shit, right? So who would go for it? The fucking dummies, the dumbass, low IQ Africans. So when we say, oh, we Africans hear that shit and go, yeah, this is real history. They just like us. They are brothers and sisters. No, nigga, the disconnect is our indigenous blood. That makes us different. Our European blood makes us different. They hate us because we have white blood. They hate us because of our white proximity. These Africans and Caribbeans bleach their skin because they want proximity to white people. They moved to these white countries in Europe and American government to be under white people. They obsessed with white people. So when we say we white people, it forces them to envy us because they want to be us. When we say, nigga, I'm just as white as a fucking nigga, because truthfully speaking, we can claim white. Nigga, them forefathers, them white, them rapists and them forefathers and presidents, that's in our DNA. Some of us is related to Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, all them niggas. See what I'm saying? So when we say that, these Africans will have an inferiority complex. They have to bow down and acknowledge that because they worship white fucking people. The whiteness is magical powers to them. When we ignore our whiteness to these fucking Africans, it makes them feel like we're more relatable to them, but we're different. Our indigenous is something foreign to them. They don't believe indigenous people was the dark-skinned black people. They think there was fucking yellow Indians. They think there was white people, Pocahontas, and these Asian Chino Mexican looking motherfuckers. They think those because they fucking low IQ and they fucking stupid. But if Umar was to press, nigga, the full American story instead of this that black common denominator, nigga, can't no African relate to us. They can't relate to no indigenous tribes. They can't relate to no goddamn European blood, no British blood, no Irish blood, no Italian blood. We have all this, and that's what they want. That's why they come here and be bad wenches and marry white women. See, if Umar was to push this American agenda, it would cut. If all Pan-Africans was to push this real American agenda, it would cut African off because our blood isn't African. It has DNA, but our lineage is not African. Our history, our culture is not African. Nothing like it. We are different from Europeans, indigenous, and we different from fucking Africans. We are something new. But he's going to some old archaic African, we African. We ain't no fucking Africans. We ain't been Africans for 20 plus generations. And we've been cut and watered down and mixed and remixed and reinvented. We are something better than Africans. He can't go around saying we better than Africans, which we are. There are measurable things. There are money, culture, influence, physical. There are things we can measure against Africans that we are fucking better than. But he can't flaunt that. I would, and Africans are gonna fucking hate me. And they should hate me. Everyone should hate me who is not me. Because we better than all these motherfuckers, and I say it. But he will ignore those stories. See, that shit is in the art. That shit is not on display. That's the shit in the back. He only displays his Africanism. Because he know his whole truth will ruin his whole fucking plan. Notice he don't cater to indigenous people, because no one will fuck with him. He don't cater to white people, because no one will fuck with him. He's a reverse tether. He's leeching and parasiting off of Africans and Caribbeans because it's a wider audience, but they're poor, which is dumb. They have no fucking money. But it's just, I guess to get more views. You can say you're African and more people relate to you for views, as opposed to saying you're American when nobody gives a fuck about you because nigga, you regular. Shut the fuck up. He can't tell us nothing. He can't educate us. He can only educate people who don't have education in their countries, who don't come from schooling, who don't have technology. Nigga, I grew up 2 blocks from Yale University, nigga. I seen presidents walk these streets for real. All I know is educated shit. Even though I may sound like a street nigga, whatever. Nigga, I'm far from fucking dumb. I'm from the Constitution. I'm from the Constitution state, nigga. Connecticut's the Constitution state. Ain't shit he could tell me about fucking history. So what he do is he preys on the fucking ignorant, the African and Caribbeans, niggas who ain't have kindergarten, elementary, or high school. They just got fake degrees and went to college. Or the elite Africans. He's in pocket with them because they can use him too, because the elite Africans are oppressors and they can weaponize. That's why them niggas who think host Umar Johnson in Africa, it be the oppressors who the same people from the Essence Fest, the same people from the AE who trying to get our reparations. These are the same people. They need Umar Johnson to push this rhetoric so they can steal from us, so they can use our history, our culture for their benefit. They weaponize this nigga. Pan-Africanism is weaponized against us, not against Africans. It's a weapon for Africans. They come here and say, oh, we all African. We all no, the fuck we not. Y'all are strangers. Y'all just as worse than white people to us. Y'all no different from white people, Asians, and Latinos. They're no different. This Pan-African ideology, this Pan-African shit that's in our ethos, it kind of fucks us up to think we Africans. No, we the fuck we not. It's propaganda and it's a fucking lie. Us being American is as different as a fucking raw egg to a goddamn cake with candles and fucking sprinkles. We are a fucking cake with candles and sprinkles. They are just a fucking egg. What Umar is doing is he's being a fucking cake, pretending he's a fucking egg so the egg can feel better about its fucking self. Because Africans have low fucking culture self-esteem, and so do most fucking Caribbeans. That's why they come here and they shed their goddamn cultural aesthetics and their cultural costumes as soon as they get here. One generation, they talk like us, they walk like us, they in our music, they doing our slang. See what I'm saying? These immigrants have low culture self-esteem. They want to assimilate to us, they want to be us. So when you flat blacken us out, it's like we all the same, but we really not, because we don't go around acting like we Jamaicans. We don't go around acting like we fucking Africans. We don't make their music. We're not in their culture. We're not in their business, but they in ours. They in our country. They in our business. They in our culture. They pretend to be us. They even in our politics, because they have low culture self-esteem. They have low culture currency. Like their culture is valueless. It means nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about their tribal language. No one gives a fuck about their aesthetic. No one gives a... People look down on a bum ass African. They gotta shed their image. See, look, as I'm saying, I said this before. When we allow them to be black, we allow them to rebrand, because they have low culture self-esteem. They third world people. They shit in the street. They beggars. They come from bad hygiene. They stink. They come here and they be funky. They have to learn how to wash. They have to learn shower culture, bathroom culture, home training, public etiquette. They have to learn this shit. This is something we've been doing for generations. It's normal to us. We have to shame them into normality. You know what I'm saying? Because look, all the time we was joking on them and said we bullied them. That made them normal. That gave them culture. It taught them how to dress, because we picked on them how to dress. It taught them to wash up and wear deodorant and soap, because they was musty as fuck. See, they should thank us for bullying them, because we normalized them. We told them to turn that country bumpkin ass music off and put this good R&B and hip hop on. See what I'm saying? We culture these people. That's why we are the fucking frosting. We are the cake. We are the candles, and they're just fucking eggs. The egg will envy the fucking cake, because the egg ain't got shit. The egg don't know nothing. Nobody wants a fucking raw egg. Everybody want a fucking piece of cake. These people have very low culture self-esteem, low culture pride. That's why they act like us, and then they try to mix it in. Only time they got pride is when they mix it in with our shit, as they dress like us, as they get their hair done like us, their hairstyle, haircuts. Look. Barbershops and hair salons is not an African culture. That is not a Caribbean culture. That shit that's done here. And you know what's not their culture either? Hygiene is not their culture, because they don't have plumbing and electricity. They don't have soap and deodorant. That's not a fucking third world thing. That's not an African thing. That's not a Caribbean thing. Culture and washers and dryers and washing your clothes. That's something they have to learn when they come here. A shower is something they learn when they come here, because they bathe in rivers and cow asses and shit. Cow piss. Rivers, lakes, oceans. That's how they bathe, if they ever bathe. But hygiene is not something in their culture. Combs and brushes is not in their culture. Let's not forget, when they come here hair. We always smelled them. You know why? Because hygiene was never their culture. They only learned how to shower and bathe when we picked on them, when we point out that was fucking musty and made our fucking nostrils burn. That's the only reason why they learn, or reason how they had to adapt showers and hygiene, because that's not their culture. Like matching clothes is not their culture, because clothes is not their culture either. A lot of the shit, look, we ignore a lot of things we need to take credit for and acknowledge. We educated and civilized these people. They watch us, they learn, they adapt. We are their blueprint, we are their instructions, we are their litmus, we are their measuring sticks. Let's be done with the days we pretend to be fucking equals, done with the days of being fucking humble. We are on the offense. All things need to be pointed out and identified, because these people are not humble people. They're not nice people. That's not their culture. Their culture is looking down on people who are really, superior to them. I mean, they're delusional. They're not educated to know that they're beneath us. It's our duty to educate them and let them know they're beneath us. Always was, always will be. Without us, they won't have the jobs, opportunity, the life, rights that none of them have in their own country. They come and participate in what we have, because what we have is nothing they don't have or capable of creating. These are first generation bathers. First generation people to go to barbershops. You know what I'm saying? The first generation to go to hair salons. You know what I'm saying? Like think about all the hair designs that we see these bitches, you know what I'm saying? Bobs, ponytails, fades and finger waves and all the fly shit we do. That's not their culture. Even braids, nigga, they didn't have combs and brushes. What the fuck do they get a comb and a brush from? And hair grease. They didn't have no fucking hair grease. That is the shit they learned from us by watching us. Like, think about it. They don't even have fucking spoons and forks. You think they got combs and brushes? And to brush that peasy ass taco blue hair, that shit don't even grow. Nigga, their hair it's not even long enough to fucking comb, especially in Haiti and Nigeria, West African niggas. They don't got enough fucking hair to grow or braid. Think about it. They wear wigs and shit. Think about these bald head motherfuckers. Like, think about the peasy head, like taco meat headed motherfuckers. Why would they have a need to, like they said, we got braids for them? What hair can they braid? We got this Indian, European mix. Our shit is long. Our shit is wavy. They shit is peasy, Brillo, taco meat. Why in the fuck would they invent a comb or a brush? What are they combing and brushing? They're not even showering. It's small things we gotta remind these motherfuckers of. These are first generation people who to have jobs. First generation people to even go in fucking malls. First generation people to do anything. Like, think about our parents was fly. Our grandparents was fly. Our great grandparents was fly. Our great nigga, they're first generation fly and fly. I never seen a fly immigrant to this. I never seen a fly first gen immigrant even to this day. They all tacky and gaudy. And think about it. This is not their culture. This is not what they do. Hair salons and hygiene is not their culture. These are first generation niggas to wear fucking socks. You never see fucking socks, and you never see in no video of Haiti, Jamaica, or Africa, the people, you never see them motherfuckers with socks. You see them barefooted, you see them with flip-flops. You never seen socks in the third world, because they don't fucking exist. These motherfuckers is the first generation to wear socks. Like, think about who we talking to. Like, it's exhausting already. Think about how basic everything is new to them. Everything is new to these fucking people. This is a new world for them. We've been here 20 generations. They are late as fuck to this party. And they only proud when we accept them or we let them in our spaces. When they veneering, when they eclipsing our shit. They really put their shit over ours. By themselves, they ain't shit. They're not celebrated. Nobody gives a fuck about them. They're acquired taste. Know what I mean? You have to have acquired taste for Jamaican food, for African food. They don't want to eat that shit. No one wants to smell that shit. You don't even know what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? These people being picked on by whites and blacks. They're oddballs. They're weird. Very low culture self-esteem. We have all the self-esteem because we are the cake and they're a fucking egg. Let me get back to this egg thing. They're just fucking eggs. Nigga, we're batter, we're milk, we're butter, we're cream, we're sugar. We are so much more than a fucking egg. Africans are just fucking eggs. Europeans are just fucking milk. Indigenous people could say are the batter. We are all that mixed in, and then our slavery is what made us. And our success is our frosting. Know what I mean? Our culture is the sprinkles. They're just fucking eggs. Umar is just, I'm saying, he fuck with the common denominators. Yes, cake have egg in it, but that don't mean we're a fucking egg. And an egg can never be a fucking cake by itself. We not just fucking raw eggs. That egg been cracked. It been mixed in. It been cooked. We're something else. We are more in demand. We are celebrated. Those Africans are fucking eggs. That's how different we are from a fucking African. And a European. Europeans just milk to us. Africans are just eggs to us. But we are the Indian, which is the batter, which is our batter. You nigga, what I'm saying? You know, our talent is the butter. It's mixed in. Slavery, Jim Crow, and all that shit was the oven that made us. And then our achievements, our you know, our culture is the fucking frosting cake and the goddamn sprinkles. That's how different we are. Fuck them eggs. See, this is what Umar is selling to Africans and Caribbeans, right? So the Timbuktu, the Mali Empire, the Egyptian shit, the Moors, all that good African history, who are not the Africans today because they don't have shit today. Like, so it's all that ancient shit of the past Africa, right? In America greatness today, he packages all that shit up and he sells that to cultureless Africans today for pride as we all the same. It's like we sharing all this greatness, but the truth of the matter is we have greatness now. They have no greatness, and all that old shit, I believe it was us. It wasn't Africans today. I believe the Africans today are the people who was primitive, who destroyed all the African civilizations. Just like they destroying the European civilizations now. Africans destroy, they don't build. Like I said before, you will never see Africans with hammers on a goddamn construction site. You'll never see them with tools because they don't build. They don't even use spoons. See what I'm saying? So this Pan-Africanism is selling culture self-esteem to people who have no culture, to people that come from nothing, and it rebrands the people who sold us as like some type of unity. It erases that part and hands them solidarity. We all the same. It flattens the blackness, which means it lowers us and lifts them up. It lifts African self-esteem up. So all these bum ass African niggas paying. I hope no Americans got too much self-esteem to pay this nigga and believe in this nigga. How he got the Americans is, I'm gonna build a school for children. People love their children, so it's like, okay, I can't sell these motherfuckers culture self-esteem. These are elite, but I could sell them a school where I could teach their children self-esteem, culture self-esteem, and it's all been a scam. His school is a scam. His Pan-Africanism is a scam. This Dafa shit is all a scam because he's an African fucking scammer. That's what Africans do. That's what Pan-Africans do. They beg, he begs, cash apps. The Africans, all they do fucking do is beg and they fucking scam. He's a beggar and a fucking scammer. It's all the same. That's why Africans relate to this nigga. That's why Africans even quote this nigga, Dr. Umar. We don't give a fuck what Dr. Umar said. He's a begging ass African too. That's why we can't relate to him. That's why he's not compatible with Americans. He hasn't even proof he's American. He just said he's American. We have no proof of who his mother is, who his grandparents is. He's too African for me, nigga. Nah, nigga, King Kong consciousness. That's no American shit. I don't trust this nigga. He begs too much like an African. He lies too much like an African. He scams too much like an African. It make it seem as if we all victims, as opposed to Africans being victimizer. See, it excuses them. See, the only victims are the people of the transatlantic slave trade that made it over here to the Americas. We can include the Afro-Latinos and the Caribbeans. We are the victims, but this Pan-African bullshit make it seem as if all Africa are part of this victimization when they're the victimizers. You know what I'm saying? He's a Pan-African preacher, and Africa is fucking God. You know what I'm saying? And we supposed to be his congregation. We not his fucking congregation. And his congregation is them fucking Africans who eat this shit up because they need this. They need this fairy tale story of solidarity. They need our connections because they want to come here and blend in with us. This is their dream. This is every Caribbean and Africa dream, to come to America. And secondly is to go to Europe. But America is a destination because America has the only people of dark skin who has stars, celebrity, freedoms, rebellion, opinions, freedom of speech. We could fuck white women when we want. This is the only place on earth where we could do all this. This is the only place on earth where a third world person could live his fucking fantasy and dream. He's preaching Pan-African and he's position himself to be the fucking minister, deacon, preacher, supreme pastor. He want a mega church of Pan-Africanism, but it just don't fucking work because this ain't the era or the time for that. He failed too many times. He begs too many times. Just like a pastor or a preacher, he begs for donations, tithes. He want this fucking tithes, but we not his fucking mega church. We not his congregation. His philosophy, his ideology, his religion is incompatible with the modern day American Negro. And the Africans, Caribbeans are too fucking poor to support him. Let's keep it clean. He's the fucking TD Jakes of Pan-Africanism. The problem is we are Pan-Black Americans. We are Americans. We not Africans. We not Nigerians. We not none of that shit. We not Jamaicans. We don't have a hyphen. We don't have a hyphen nation tied to us. We are just Americans. We just put black because you have white Americans. The only reason why we ain't just Americans is because we have a juxtaposed type of American here, which is the white heritage American. Besides them, we are just Americans. These other people have nations tied to them, ethnic groups tied to them, tribalism tied to them. We don't have none of that. We are Americans. We just say we black to differentiate from white Americans. But other than that, we are Americans. They are Africans. They are Caribbeans. This is our country. There is no hyphen to it. This is the only place on earth where an African or Caribbean can live his fucking best life because the indigenous black people here fought for everything that they could just come and walk on and just take for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, these are privileges to them. But for us, these are rights that was fought with blood. See what I'm saying? It's a different ideology. To them, it's a privilege. For us, it's a right. It's a birthright. We fought for all these opportunities, but for them it's a dream, but we had to go through a nightmare. See what I'm saying? Their American dream is our American nightmare. We are different people. So this is the only place on earth they can live their best life. They could get a job. They could go to grocery stores. They could take showers. They could go to barbershops. They could get acting jobs. They could be political. They could have a voice. They could be feminist. They could be gay. They could be anything in the world. They could be everything here. They can't be in a country. That's why when they get deported, they start fucking crying. You can watch somebody go from high and mighty here and be arrogant as fuck because they're Caribbean. They show their flags. The minute they get deported, they start fucking crying because it would never be the same. Because the American government gives them welfare, handouts, head starts, and everything just for them to look at us like they're equal to us. But the difference between us and them is we don't get the welfare, we don't get the privilege, we don't get the government assistance. The government don't give us nothing. In fact, the government takes from us and give our tax money and our rights and shit we fought for to them. See what I'm saying? This is heaven to them because the white government here plays favoritism with them because giving them money doesn't mean nothing. Think about it. For 60 years, the American government gave them billions, approximately trillions, and they still ain't shit. They still ain't build up nothing. The government gave us nothing, and we have more, and we're still worth more than all of them. See the difference? The government feed these niggas not only here and there. When they get here to get welfare, and we give them welfare and tax money over there, U.S. aid, and for the last 60 years, they still ain't shit. We still worth more. We still more influential. We still doing better than all of them. Even with the think about any immigrant here, right? That won't get no government loans, won't get no welfare, won't go no state of census. They will still be who they are, a third world peasant, because that's what they really are. Now that Trump is taking their personal loans and stopping their visas and deporting them, they're going back to their natural state of fucking third world peasant dreamer fantasizer, and they get real humble in their own country because they don't have no rights, they don't have no protection, they don't have no advocacy, they don't have no black culture to leech off and parasite and blend in. They don't have black people over their country kicking ass and taking names and stand up to white supremacy. They don't have that there. It's back to tribalism. It's back to corruption. They don't have there's no civil rights there. There was no civil rights movement in a country. But let me get back to what I'm talking about these. Like there's this Umar nigga in his fucking scam because he's a fucking scamming ass preacher, African scammer.
Not the Spanish. They were there first, right? But the Spanish don't control the United States of America. Anglo-Saxons do. So under whose control and dominion were we from 1619 until 1776? The British.
Yeah, the British enslaved us too. That's a fact. You conflating the two different things though. Under the British, we didn't build the wealth of the world. Under the American, see, it's about the American reparations we worried about. The wealth, the banks, the insurance companies, everything we built here. Nigga, Europe ain't shit. Nigga, we built the wealth of this country. We want parts of this country. We want our place in this country. Because we built this country. We didn't build fucking Europe. We didn't build the British. And if you get our reparations, nigga, we have enough money and weapons to go to war with anybody anyway. Nigga, see, reparations is not about money. It's about being placed in our proper place in the world. It's about fixing everything that was burnt down. The British didn't burn our schools down. The British didn't hang us. The British didn't oppress us here in America. The British didn't fucking Jim Crow to us. Nigga, it's more than slavery. It's Jim Crow too, nigga. Reconstruction too. The KKK too. American oppression, the crack epidemic. It's a lot that America did to us that the UK didn't do shit to us. So we ain't just going, oh, it's the British did this longer. Yeah, even though we're slave longer, we created more wealth under the American oppression. Stop conflating the two.
Am I wrong? Who Jamaica want reparations from? The British.
Jamaica didn't build a fucking country. Reparations for what? What wealth has Jamaica? They ain't create no fucking wealth. Nigga, Jamaica and all the countries you named combined didn't build a nigga. Our dollar is the dollar of the world. Our culture is all over the world. We make the fucking world spin, nigga. We make the world go round. We don't give a fuck about all them other countries. That don't concern us. That ain't our business. Mind your business. That's the American culture. Mind your fucking business. And I don't think Jamaicans want no fucking reparations at all. How they was crying for when that queen fucking died. How I seen them motherfuckers crawling on their knees for the goddamn prince. You know what I mean? Whatever that nigga name was, Prince Henry. Nigga, how nigga did? Nigga was crying like a motherfucker when the queen died. What type of nigga? They want no fucking reparations. And plus, the Japanese, China own they fucking beaches. They got a lot going on. Indian, nigga, what? There's a lot going on in Jamaica that ain't going on here. And I don't think they want no fucking reparations. How they bed wench and kiss ass and go to England and change their whole accent and act like they British and all that shit. Nah, they don't want no fucking reparations. They good with having green cards to go to fucking England. They don't want no fucking I never heard a Jamaican talking about no fucking reparations. See, that's what he's doing. He's putting words and ideas in their fucking mouth. Jamaicans don't. I never heard Jamaicans say nothing about reparations. If anything, they say we don't need reparations. Jamaicans here. Nigga, Brian Donald said to him, we don't need reparations. So he don't give a fuck about his own. He advocating for his own reparations. So why the fuck is Umar advocating for things that people of that country ain't even mentioning and asking for. I never heard a Jamaican or Caribbean mention reparations. That's an American thing. That's an American ideology because we built the first world. The Caribbean ain't built shit. They worship the Queen. The Queen is still on their money. They still part of the fucking British Empire. They don't give a fuck about reparations. See, he's making shit up. He's conflating. He's acting like our ideology is their ideology. He acting like we want, even though they got Comic-Con, all that bullshit, that shit don't mean nothing. He's acting like we the same people who want the same thing, have the same goals. Nigga, we built this country. They can have that England shit, and England ain't gonna give them shit anyway. If anything, England they'll be happy under the tutelage or under the rule of England. They nigga, I seen so many fucking Caribbeans say they'll be better if they was under the rule of white people. They think white people, Africans too, think white people are better rulers. They don't want reparations. They want to be under rulership. That's why they all go to European countries. That's why they all go to white governments to work and be subject. They all volunteer to be subjects. They don't want reparations. They don't want to be apart from white people. They want to be under and have proximity to white people. That's why they bleach their skin. That's why they be bed wenches. Umar making shit up.
Do you see where I'm going with this? Who Ghana want reparations from? The British. Who Nigeria want reparations from? The British. So for the American African, to your point, Loon.
Yeah, he goes to American Africans again. The American African. Then he just say, see, he's stupid. He's stupid. He's a two-tongue talking motherfucker. He acting like I don't know why people think he's educated and smart. I don't know why we allow people to just tell us they got degrees and to tell us they went to school and to tell us they're principals and all this shit. But it doesn't reflect in their behavior or what they say.
From 1776 until the present, that's the USA. But from 1619 to 1776, that's the British Empire.
See, and it's the same land. You see, and that's why I think the conversation has to be had, because
I think the point you're leaving out, there's a self-hate aspect to this too. And I know the ADOS FBAs, they're not the pretendians. And I say that respectfully, because at least with the ADOS FBAs, they admit their ancestors came from Africa. They just...
No. Our ancestors didn't come from Africa. Some ancestors did. Some came from Europe. And most of them was here. See, we're not doing that. We came from Africa shit. No, some slaves came from Africa. And some slave masters came from Europe. We are that too. We not just a fucking slave. We are descendants of the slave masters. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin. We are descendants of that too. The founding fathers are in our blood too. We ain't just fucking Africans. Just cut that shit out. I don't want to hear that we came from Africa. No, we was here already too. My Lumbee blood was here thousands of years. My Cherokee, my Tuscarora, that shit was here thousands of years, nigga. They didn't come from Africa. They was already here. That's one part of the story. Tell the whole story. And you know what too? I feel disrespectful by even calling them slaves, because it's a habit. We just call them slaves. We just relegate them to the word fucking slave. And there was so much more than fucking slaves. There was the Jew of Africa. They was a civilized people. You know what I'm saying? Because look, civilized people are never the people who rob, steal, and then capture people. The elite people aren't jealous people. Think about this: when you getting money and you selling it, you slanging, right? The robbers who have nothing come and rob you and kill you for what you got, right? Those Africans was robbers and killers, and we was the elite. We was Timbuktu. We was the Mali people of Mali. Because when we left, Africa fell. And America happened to blossom with the technology and everything we had. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't just Africans, my nigga. We was royalty. We was educated. We was farmers. We was scientists. We was doctors. We had families. We built things in Africa. We come from the builders of Africa, the philosophers of Africa. the love and royalty of Africa. That's why Africa ain't shit and we the shit now. Think about this. You know how we the shit in America right now and everybody jealous of us? It was the same thing in Africa. If you get too many Africans here, the same thing will happen. These people already selling us out. These people already ops. They just ain't outnumber us yet. The problem was they outnumbered us in Africa and then they sold us to white people. Once they outnumber us here, they would do the same exact thing. That's why we gotta be anti-African, anti-immigrant, anti-outsiders. Cause look, history repeats itself. We the shit now. We the most elite now. Look how everybody in the world hates on us. Every ethnicity, Latinos, Africans, Caribbeans, Europeans, Arabs, Indians. Everybody have a slur for us. Everybody have negative things to say about us. Everybody lies on us, and everybody eats off us, and everybody steals from us. That was the same thing that happened to the enslaved people, the survivors. We was the rebellion, we was the runaways, we was the fighters. We wasn't just fucking slaves. I hate, like I'm saying, it's always this common denominator. We just go for, like, and he's educated too, to just call somebody, we come from slaves. Now we come from greatness, because we still showing the same exact greatness we came from. We are the elite people. So I just want to say that, even though I'm gonna keep saying slaves, but I just want you to know I'm conscious of that, and I'm gonna make a difference other than this podcast. We need to stop calling these people slaves, nigga. We was humans forced into slaves. We was robbed. We was stolen. We was the envy of Africa, like we the envy of America now. We was the culture of Africa, like we the culture of America now. Ain't nothing changed. We the same group of people. We the same group of people. We are Joseph, and they are everybody else in the fucking Bible who sold us. These ain't our fucking brothers. These are people who sold us. Know what I'm saying? If America is Egypt, we are Joseph, and here they come again, it's feeding off us again, and we forgave them. But this ain't how the story gonna end. It's fuck them. These people are ops. Africans are the fucking worst. They're the worst sellouts, and they kiss the most white ass, and they white worshippers. Fuck Umar and fuck his Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is gonna be the death of us. Nigga, our ancestors in Africa was the people, peaceful people, civilized people. It was the uncivilized who sold us, who had slaves. Just like the Europeans. They didn't have shit. They went around stealing and pillaging the best people they could find to build their empire. Africans and Europeans are the fucking same type of people. They both are different types of parasites. You have a white parasite, you have a dark parasite. It's the same thing, and they both parasite off us. They both envy us. They both slaved us. Europeans slaved us, and so did and the fucking Africans sold us. Keep that in mind. And we was more than just fucking slaves. I hate to say that. It's disrespectful to the bloodline. We was way more than slaves. Nigga, when we left, Africa fucking fell. It haven't been a civilization there since.
Are of the opinion that don't matter no more. I don't know how you get there, because as the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said,
Marcus Garvey's not honorable. He's a fucking disgrace. He's a coon who sided with the KKK, who was parlaying with the KKK. Our enemy. See, the KKK wasn't a Jamaica's enemy. Marcus Garvey was Jamaican. It wasn't Caribbean. That was a black American's enemy. They would never talk to a black American, but they talked to Marcus Garvey. See how that worked? Our oppressors, they're liberators. Marcus Garvey actually admired the KKK. See what I'm saying?
A people without knowledge of themselves is like a tree without roots. I would love to see an FBA history book for their kids.
FBA's not a group. You see, he try to groupinize us. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, keep groupinizing us. Is that a word? Nigga, you can't groupinize us, nigga. On FBA, nigga, I could show you one, nigga. My mother could show you one. The fuck you talking about? I got bad pictures of FBA lineage and pictures, nigga. Family books. What are you talking about?
I would love to see an ADOS FBA history book for children.
Show me a fucking African book. We always gotta be the one to prove shit. I never seen a African lineage yet. I never seen Caribbean lineage yet. I never seen an African DNA test yet. It's always like the burden of proof is always on us. Nah, we ain't doing that no more. We don't give a fuck enough. We ain't got proof shit to nobody. Fuck you if you don't believe it. If you ain't Black American, then fuck you. If you was FBA or ADOS, you would know we got that. But I don't think you are. Aren't you Cuban, motherfucker? Not just children books. We have Black authors. We have Black American authors and poets and everything. Nigga, we got beyond children book. Every author and every fucking Black American who wrote a book is a goddamn FBA children's history book. We got everything we did is Black American. Nigga, see what I'm saying? Like he's trying to act like Pan-African is a real thing. He's acting like FBA are just people. It's the lineage. The lineage is the roots. The people is the fruit of FBA. So we have all types of literature that we created already historically. He's trying to divide it too. He's dividing the lineage from the people as if it's different. No, FBA is a lineage. It's not an ideology. Like Pan-African is an ideology. It's a religion. This is not a religion or an ideology. FBA is the lineage we come from. We named our lineage. We reclassifying. Matter of fact, it's not even a reclassification, because we ain't saying we FBA as people. We saying our lineage is the FBA. We are the Americans. We are the blacks in America. The lineage. We are the people of the lineage. FBA are not humans. FBA are not a group. FBA are not nouns. It's our lineage specifically. Our pedigree, our lineage, our ancestry, that's our culture. We are the vehicle of our lineage. So what he's saying is fucking stupid. This ain't Pan-Africanism, nigga. And let's take it even further. FBAs, ADOS, Black Americans, African Americans are the same thing, right? Keep that in mind. Black Americans are the authors and founders of the Pan-African movement too, you fucking doofus. Martin Delaney and Alexander Cromwell are the authors, founders, creators of the philosophy of Pan-Africanism, nigga. We don't not only do we author children books, we author other ideologies too. One being Pan-Africanism, nigga. That started here in America. As you said, Pan-American, nigga, we the authors of that.
If they ever build an ADOS FBA school, how are y'all going to treat identity and history?
It's called what? It's called HBCUs. We've been built. You know we've been built these schools, right? Like we've been in a school since we got us. What are you talking about, Umar? Show me an African school. Show me some African colleges. I never seen one. I seen them little shacks with them old ass books and old ass desks. We never seen shit African built. We never seen shit Caribbean. We built schools in Africa. We gave wells to Africa. We never seen nothing they built here. The burden of proof ain't on us. We ain't on defense, nigga. That's the problem. You think we playing defense? No, we on offense. We already proven. We already in history books. They got fucking miles of fucking books on us, nigga. Ain't no books on these Africans though. See what I'm saying? This the last nigga to be talking about some fucking schools. I don't want to hear this nigga say school. For now on, nigga, you say place to learning. You say place of education. You shouldn't be able to fucking even say school. 14 fucking years of scamming and you ain't got shit. Fucking vacant building, nigga. We don't want to hear you talking about no fucking school. The audacity of him to even mention a fucking goddamn school.
Because y'all cutting yourself off from your root, and you identifying with a man who's trying to get rid of you.
No, Donald Trump's getting rid of Africans. What man trying to get rid of Americans? ICE is getting rid of Africans and Caribbeans and Latinos and Europeans, nigga. What are you talking about? Get rid of us? They could have been got rid of us. Nah, see, you making shit up. And who is this man? Name him. You said a man. What man, nigga? Boogeyman? Making shit up. Africa is not our roots. Our roots is here as our fruits are here. Some Africans uprooted from Africa, but that's not our roots. Our roots is in America because we didn't come from Africa. Some people did, but most people came who was already here. And we also have, if we have African roots, we have European roots too. Tell the whole story, nigga. See, our story don't start in Africa. It started beyond Africa. But part of our story is Africa. That's debatable. But we do know our roots is here. As our fruits, we are the fruits of our ancestors. And we are Americans. We could claim, nigga, you might as well claim Europe if you claim Africa. Because we come from both. If you want to be technical, we're just European as we are African. But see, he don't want to admit that story. He want to keep that part out, as if we some full-blooded Africans who didn't mix and breed. And see what I'm saying? He's telling a partial truth. But nah, our roots is American. Africans have African roots. Immigrants from Africa have African roots. Those tribes have African roots. We not of them tribes. We not of them countries. Big difference. He's fucking lying.
The weakness of the movement, Lou.
Who is that they're identifying with?
Say that again.
Who is that they are identifying with this
Americans.
We are Americans, nigga. Of course we call ourselves Americans. What else are we gonna call ourselves? He want us to tether to Africa. He want us to dick ride Africa. That's never going to happen. We're not tethers. What Africa got is African shit. We are Americans. We are never. You can't tether us. He's trying to tether us to Africa when Africans are the home of the fucking tethers. You can't reverse tether us, nigga. We not going for the reverse tethering. This nigga is he's a reverse tether to Africa, and he expect us as Americans to tether on to Africa. We ain't doing that bullshit.
Okay.
Both of them call themselves Americans. Both groups. So they identify with the plantation.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yes.
But they cut themselves off from the ancestors.
What ancestors? Our Indian ancestors? Our European ancestors? What? Or the few African ancestors? Fuck them. Fuck the whole African lineage. Because if it wasn't for the African lineage, would we be here, Umar? Why should we be loyal to? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's stupid. And African is not a country. It's not a country. He's talking as if Africa's a fucking country. What countries? See what I'm saying? During slavery, Africa didn't even fucking exist. It didn't even exist. Africa, the term Africa didn't even exist. That's some recent new shit. How we Africans, if African was named yesterday, right? How we Africans? And what's worse, the slave plantation or the slave ports? So we don't want us to identify with the slave plantation. He wants us to identify with the fucking slave ports. Think about this nigga logic. See, this is not what he's saying. So, no, don't identify with the slave plantation here in America, which in the country you built. Identify with the slave sellers in the slave ports, with the people who fucking sold you. This nigga makes no sense. This nigga, he has to be an op. He has to be an agent. Think about the reverse psychology. Don't identify with the slave buyer, but identify with the slave seller who sold your ancestors. Don't identify with the country you built. Identify with the people from the country who fucking sold you out. That makes sense.
You see that? To me, that is the greatest shortcoming of that movement. Ain't nobody taking me from my African roots. I don't give a damn what game y'all want to play, but you ain't doing that.
Go to Africa then. Because you also got European roots, I would assume. And somewhere you got indigenous roots, I assume. So you're a pure African? Are you Nigerian, Umar? Are you Igbo, Umar? Are you? Because those is roots. Nah, nigga, I was rooted in America. I'm a fruit of Americans. I don't have no African roots. I don't have no cousins, no relatives, no bloodline. That don't exist, Umar. Maybe you do. Come out the closet, say you're African, nigga.
There's spiritual ramifications for that. There's political ramifications for that. There's economic ramifications for that.
Yeah, it is spiritual. They done do all types of fucking voodoo and the voodoo, and they trying to erase our minds with that fucking tree. And it's economical. They profit by selling Africans. Now they come in here. I mean, you're right. It is spiritual economic because spiritually they try to erase our minds from our African, you know what I mean, alleged roots. And then they try to capitalize off us.
And let's go political, Lou. Only an idiot will cut themselves off from a meaningful relationship with other nations.
It's not in our best interest to have a relationship with a third world country. We are a first world country. See, he's talking in reverse psychology. It's in their best interest to have a relationship with us in our country. We give them U.S. aid. They get to come here and go to our schools, go to our communities, interfere with our politics, wear our culture, participate in our culture, to get rich off our culture, to benefit from our luxury inventions. We gain nothing from them. It's always been a one-way street. They get educated. They get money. They get culture. They get dignified. They can hide their identity under blackness. They ain't gotta be a third world monkey eating, dog eating people no more. They gotta say they black. They can get offended amongst white people and they can hide their identity as us. They can benefit off our sacrifice, our civil rights, our fights, everything we fought for. They can leech in. See, it don't benefit us at all. They barely have nations. It's funny how we expected to have unity with people who never had unity. People always been tribal. It's funny how we expected to save the people and fight for the people who sold us. See what I'm saying? Like this shit is weird as fuck. We supposed to have a relationship with people we don't even know, who allegedly sold us, who came here thinking they was better than us because in their country they're the top of their class. They are the white people of their nations. When they come here, white people tell them that we ain't shit just to find out we are better than them. Just to find out we're not them. Just to find out we exceeded and got more history. See, it's like, Africans are so fucking stupid. It's like they didn't master ABCs yet, right? But yet they trying to tell us arithmetic and math problems that they ain't master ABCs yet, but it teaches arithmetic, trigonometry and shit. We in a trigonometry class, right? And they are so fucking basic. They barely know the ABCs. They barely can speak English, but want to tell us our history and what we see. Look, they say we don't got power, right? I ain't gonna get to that. But my thing is this: just us saying we have a different lineage offends these people. Just by saying we're different offends these people when they spend years saying they're not black Americans and been saying years saying we black Americans are not Africans. See what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden we must have a relationship with people who did nothing but disrespect us. No, we did nothing but open the door, brought the red carpet, been respectful, been courteous. See, we come from a culture of respect and courteous. We are Southern folk. You know what I'm saying? These people don't have a courtesy in their culture. It's either you weak or you strong. Either they respect you or they disrespect you. Either they kiss your ass or they think they could kick your ass. These people are extremists. We have nothing culturally in common, nothing politically in common with none of these people. We did great without them. We have a relationship 400 years without no contact with these people at all. We better off communicating with Latino nations. We better off having relationships with European and Latino nations, Asian nations. Nobody needs or wants Africans in a country or need them because they don't add to nothing. They just interfere, disrupt, and corrupt everything. They scam, they steal, they lie, they connive, they have no loyalty, they have no respect, they have no dignity. Why would we want a relationship with people like that? They're beneath us. Like, they get to use toilets, water, electricity. They get to have freedom of speech. They get to have an opinion. They get to express themselves. They get to have protection and not being raped. They get to have a community where people don't want to rob them or beg them. See, they have everything to gain by being here and everything to lose by not being here or by going back or by staying in their country. They dream of coming here. See, they might think they exceed us, right? Right? But they don't. But our floor, our bottom level is nothing like theirs. Their bottom is eating shit. It's eating flies. It's eating gnats. It's eating monkeys. It's eating dogs. It's not showering. Bad hygiene. Rape is rampant. Orphans is rampant. Everybody's poor. Everybody's begging. Our floor, our beggars make more than they do working. Our kids at McDonald's make more than they do being doctors. So we gain nothing by going to Africa. If anything, every time we go to Africa, we come back broke. We bring money, they beg us, they steal, they scam us, and they come here and get feeded. They get feeded fairly. See, we embrace them when they come here, or we ignore them the very most. But when we go there, they beg us, they scam us, they harm us in their country. We haven't harmed them yet. They look down on us, even though they're beneath us. They sign up for a self-imposed oppression. They get to select their oppressors. Matter of fact, see, that's the difference. See, what we call oppression, to them it's a dream. It's an opportunity. See, we totally different programming. We operate under racism. They operate under tribalism. So when they come here, they worship white people. It ain't even oppression to them, but they sign up for it. Because what's oppression to us is liberation to them. We have, nigga, we it's in our best interest to stay as far as fuck from these people as possible. And they come here and bring AIDS, Ebola. They bring all types of shit. Besides, like, look, it's a total net negative. Their opportunities take from us. The opportunities they want, they come here for, is opportunities they don't deserve. We don't gain. There is nothing we could possibly gain from Africans or Caribbeans or any immigrant at that. But yeah, we supposed to fight and have this nigga he's fucking this is a scam that he's trying to sell to retards because people would fucking the right from online. No, but come on, my nigga, come on, cut this shit out. Like, they could come here and be pawns and tokens. The Democratic Party provide programs and training so these first gens could be presidents, could be in Congress, could be fucking in the Senate, in government, like AOC, even though she's Puerto Rican, but it's still not a real American. Like Umar, like them fucking Mexicans in California and Los Angeles. Like, all these people get to come here, cut the line in one generation. They go from third world in one generation to being in Congress, taking our seats, taking our position. Our HBCUs got to give them VIP treatment. They get to cut the line. Harvard, all these programs and set aside for them to undermine us that we can't even tap into or touch. They get these small immigrant business loans that we can't even touch. Why will we want a relationship with people that's come to parasites? And America got more parasites than it got hosts. We are the only hosts in America. Every ethnicity is a goddamn parasite. Every goddamn other people besides Black Americans are immigrants. White parasites, Latino parasites, Asian parasites, African parasites, Caribbean. Everyone come here as a parasite and step on us and work against us to be token minorities. And we're not even minorities. We're the biggest ethnic and the oldest ethnic group here. The problem is we are a minority based on indigenous versus immigrants. The immigrants, that's why there's no minority coalition with us, because they're part of the majority. Every immigrant group is part of the majority. None of them are citizens. Why we have a alliance with people who ain't from our country? That's treason against our own interests. So we become allies here when everybody gets set asides and red carpet treatment and easy passes. We supposed to side with them so they can get more and shit on us as they climb up. They become cops, judges, politicians, all to work against us, all to talk against us, all to outnumber us, to fucking gentrify from our communities. We got Latino communities move this out. Puerto Rican communities move this out. Caribbean communities move this out. White people move us out. Everybody come here to knock us the fuck around at our expense. Our blood built the wealth here. Our sacrifice, our suffering. We don't share suffering or sacrifice with none of these people. So what this nigga Umar is eventually saying, we should embrace people who don't give a fuck about us, who pick and choose white side or black side when it's convenient. See, when it's convenient, it's y'all lazy, leave slavery alone, and white people are not racist, they don't exist. And now that Trump is in office, they're gonna be united. You got fucking Ethiopians and Somalians saying they black now when they was never black. You got all these fucking, everybody want to be in solidarity with blackness now because they want to blend in with us. They want us to fucking advocate for them. It's in their interest, and them all leaving and getting arrested is in our interest. ICE is in our interest. The less immigrants in this country, the more stronger we be, the more better we are. Nigga, these immigrants come here in large amounts. They come here by the millions and by the thousands, and they all come for our spots. Think about all the fronts we gotta fight. We gotta fight the Latino front. A variety of Latinos, not just one, not just Puerto Rican and Mexicans. It's all of them. Colombians, all of them. Venezuelans, all of them. They'll come to our community and attack us. We gotta deal with all the Caribbeans. We gotta deal with all the African immigrants. We gotta deal with all the Europeans. We gotta deal with all the Asians, and none of them gotta deal with each other. And they all parasite off us. See what I'm saying? Fuck what he's talking about. What? Third world nations? What? Where's it meaningful to have a third world? Where's it? All African governments are corrupt. Where the fuck is it meaningful at? They take bribe money. They still have slaves, corruption. Where is it meaningful to have a relationship with a third world country, Umar? And when did we build these imaginary relationships up with these fucking countries? Where was they for the 400 years we was enslaved after they sold us? They never came back for us. There was no warships. Where was this relationship at when we was in Jim Crow? When the KKK was on our ass? There was no reinforcements. There was no African backup or support. We supported them. We supported apartheid. You know what I'm saying? We supported Ethiopia. We fed the children. When did we ever have a reciprocal relationship with these fucking countries? See, this is fantasy. These is fallacies. None of this shit even existed. We never built a relationship with these people. We fought our freedom on our own. We fought Jim Crow on our own. Now these people are parasiting off us. They are invading our country, eating off our benefits, off our blood and sweat and tears without having put no pain in. We have to put all this pain in to get free, right? And then turn around and want a relationship with people who sold us. People who despise us. People who call us slaves and cotton pickers. This nigga is a CIA agent. There is no way around it because it's all reverse psychology. None of it makes actual sense. He's making up fantasies and lies and of shit that never happened. The shit that don't make sense. We have better relationship with white people in America historically. At least we had white allies in the Bacon Rebellion and even during the civil rights, even during the Underground Railroad. We had white abolitionists. We have Donald Trump. Like, when do we ever have? I mean, with the exception of Muammar Gaddafi with the Nation of Islam, but that was a religious thing. That wasn't a black. It wasn't a black thing because they're not black people. None of them are black people. So he just making shit up as he go along. Who believes this shit? Like, who's actually dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's right. None of this shit makes sense. We never had a relationship with Africans. Our only relationship was when the last time they sold us in the fucking 1400s, 1500s, 16, 17, 1800s, till we got free during Jim Crow, and they came right during Jim Crow to undermine us, to take from us, to keep us in poverty, to be tokens, to be weaponized as pawns of white supremacy, as tools of white supremacy. We never have a relationship with these fucking people. These are same people who are going behind our back trying to get our reparations as a collective. These are the same people who undermine the essence, who want to steal our culture and center themselves in some shit we built. Make no fucking sense. It's an African fucking scam. This nigga he might as well work for the Essence. He might as well work for the fucking Essence magazine when the African nigga bought it. What's the difference between him and the African nigga who bought the fucking Essence? They both failures. They both trying to use black American culture. They both want our dollars. It's the same thing. He must be working for the fucking AU, the African fucking Union. Because they're both trying to parasite off our dollars, off our culture, off our attention, off our support. And it's fuck Africans, and it's fuck everything about Africa.
90 miles off the coast, Loon, because Cuba had Russia, an international ally. The American African people need Africans as allies. We need our Caribbean brothers and sisters as allies. We need our South and Central American brothers and sisters as allies.
Allies? Why? Allies in what? How we gonna ally with people who sold us, undermine us, tokens, who worship white people? It's not about having allies. It's about having the like mind. It's about allying with people who have the same mindset. Fuck white people, fuck oppression, and fuck tribalism, and fuck racism. That's only black Americans. Africans don't have that program. They worship white people. They bleach their skin, for God's sake. They beg people to fucking marry them that's European. They treat us like shit when we go there. What are you talking about? They treat Europeans like they're the shit and treat us like we ain't shit. What the fuck you be talking about?
Not enemies?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you fighting the white man who's the enemy, and I'm going to make an enemy out of all my black brothers and sisters around the world?
We fighting them. They not fighting them. Africans are not fighting them. How the fuck are we fighting? How are we having riots, massacres in America, right? And they don't come until after the coast is clear during civil rights to work for white people, to marry white people, to kiss white ass. What are you? Where is this white fighting at? Huh? What are you talking about, nigga? This is nigga. Stop acting like we all the same. They all not like us. They're not like us at all. And let me add this too. He's very fucking racist by saying the white man, the white boogeyman. So that's our common denominator is the white man. We all have a white man in common. No. Our white man might oppress us, but the white man also liberates them and put this over us. We never gonna put that past us. And not only that, it's not about race. It's about anti-blackness. Africans are anti-black. You have white people that's anti-black. You have Arabs anti-black. You have Latinos that's anti-black. You have Afro-Latinos anti-black. You have everybody's anti-black. We have no allies. We have no brothers. We have no sisters. All we have is us. None of them helped us get nothing. So when this brother shit come from, they're not even in our family. They're not our relatives. Skin don't make us family, Umar. We don't share the same struggle. We don't have the same history. We don't have the same lineage. We don't have the same culture. We don't have the same shared experience with them other niggas. We don't have the same experience with each other. We are brothers. See, he's trying to extend our words, brother, to other. Those aren't our brothers. No. And all white people, we see this is not about race. This is about selective targeting. It's our government and there's races we targeting, but we ain't saying all white people. See, we ain't doing that. It ain't the white man. Because it was the African who sold us. We never gonna, nigga's the African who sold us. And it's the Arabs that sold other. See, and on top of that, nigga, you mentioned the Arab. Nigga, there is still slavery in the Arab countries right now. The Arab is still slaving Africans as we speak. You ain't even mentioned that part though. If you all brothers and shit, I'm saying he's selective. No. It ain't the white man. It's everybody. It's the African. It's the Caribbean. Everybody is parasiting and targeting us. Everybody has a hatred for us, with no exceptions. It's not race. It's not ethnic. Every race and every ethnicity has a hate for Black Americans. It ain't just white people, because some white people are allies. Some white people are fucking cool. Just like some Africans are cool. The ones in their fucking countries. Everybody in their country is fucking cool. It's the people that come here to invade us. Economical warfare, psychological warfare. And what you participating in, Umar? You participate in psychological warfare, economical warfare, spiritual warfare. When you side with these other people, they come with their spirituality. They come to knock us out economically. They come to compete with us. He's trying to open the floodgates to these. Everybody's our fucking enemy. Every immigrant is our enemy. Every non-American is our enemy. And there are some enemies within America too. But we've been handling them for fucking centuries. That's normal to us. That's part of our culture, handling them. But what's not part of our culture is handling these fucking invaders and aliens. He's trying to use a white man as an enemy to unite us. But no. The white man's playing favoritism with them. They side and worship white people. We don't. That's the difference. See, it's too many. I would debate Umar and win. He don't want to smoke with me.
That is insane.
Yeah, I don't
And it's not one-sided. I want to be clear, Loon. African immigrants are just as guilty of this sectionalism and division.
No, they're more guilty because it is one-sided. Because it's only them doing it. We're not going to their oppressors for work, for job, and better opportunities. We're not calling their countries fucking. We ain't saying they don't work hard. We ain't calling them lazy. We ain't saying they ain't got no culture. They come here. If that was in their own countries, we won't be having this conversation. We'll be fighting oppressors. We are fighters. And white people know we need somebody to fight. That's why they brought immigrants here, so we can fight. It's a double-edged sword. Not only do we fight them, but they keep us poor. They keep us distracted. They take our resources. If there was no immigrants here, white, black, Latino, nothing, we would have all the wealth. We would overrun this government because there'd be more of us than them. We have more birth rates. We have more influence. Being 13%, we have more influence than we are. Look, we have more influence than white people. White people are lead. There are 10 tons of lead. We are a gram of rhodium. We are worth more. We outnumber, but we are worth more. But they know they need a distraction and a smoke screen, and that's these Africans. They come here to work and worship them. You never seen a black American saying leave white people alone. Now, goddamn it, I might cry when Trump died, cause nigga, I'm loving this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, nigga, we don't worship. Nigga, we don't pray to white Jesus. We don't kick people out because they got black. We never kick nobody out, or we never kick nobody out of our hood or our country because we said Jesus was black. They do that shit.
I want to be very clear because I've seen the feed. People send them to me. It is. I'm not saying that ADOS FBAs are more liable for the racial divide.
It's not even. It's not even close, nigga. It's not even close, nigga. For 60 years, they've been doing this divide. We've been on this shit for the last. I've been on it for the last 3 years, and this hate. I mean, don't get me wrong. The ADOS and the FBA, they was talking about delineation, but I brought the dissociation in. I brought the fuck you to the conversation. I brought the violence and the ignorance to this shit. So I've been doing this for like 2 years. Nigga, this is a 58 to 2 year ratio, nigga. Nah, ain't the same.
You're not. Some of the stuff.
It ain't fucking equal. We not in their country talking this shit. They in our country. How we equal when they have to take a plane, come here, get comfortable, eat off us, use our culture, then get online and say we ain't shit. We don't do none of that. How is it even? We not in Africa. We not in Nigeria doing this shit. They'll kill us if we did this shit. It ain't even. And on top of that, Who the fuck are you anyway? Like, you ain't the judge of black Americans and Africans. Nigga, you ain't the mediator. You ain't the referee. You have no authority. No one gives a fuck. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this podcast. You don't fucking matter. No one gives a fuck about you trying to judge and referee, and no one gives a fuck about you, Umar. No one gives a fuck about what you saying and what you not saying. Nobody gives a fuck. You don't hold no authority. You're not an authority of black people. You're not an authority of Africans. You're not even an authority of Pan-Africanism. You're not an authority of a nothing. Like, you're really irrelevant as fuck. You are a content creator, yeah, but you really irrelevant as fuck. You don't influence nobody, Umar. You're not influential. You're not charismatic. Yeah, you good with words, but you are a fucking liar too. You are a simp too. You are a fucking scammer too. Like you're not an honorable nigga. You're not dignified. You're not an MLK. You're not a Malcolm X. You ain't even a fucking fat ass Marcus Garvey who ain't shit. Who could burn it? You're not none of that. You're not of that echelon. You think you're above somebody? You think you of some authority? Ha! How delusional is that? How delusional are you to think that you matter and what your words? You're not gonna change nothing. You're not gonna influence nothing. Nobody's gonna follow you, nigga. Nobody don't. You're a fucking joke. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. The jokes don't know they fucking jokes. This nigga's a doofus. He's acting as if he has authority over this FBA ADOS movement, Delineation, or Pan. You don't hold away over Pan-Africanism. That shit is some old archaic shit. That shit some old 1960, 1970 shit. Matter of fact, that shit expired in like 1998. No one gives a fuck about nigga. No one gives a fuck about. You think somebody give a fuck about Pan-Africanism? You think we respect you enough? Granted, I'm watching you and I'm listening to you and I'm critiquing you. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. But you literally ain't shit. Like, you literally are nobody. If you see you're not a celebrity. You're not an authority. You're not respected. You're not a man of honor, of valor, or integrity. You just some fat ass doofus who has some false education that you haven't proved to us. You have false credentials and claims you haven't proved to nobody. You are a fucking joke. Like, you literally, I'm entertaining you are a fucking joke, Umar. This nigga made up imaginary status in his mind. Like, the self-grandeur is delusional. It's crazy with this nigga. In his mind, he really thinks he's somebody of some authority, of some influence. Yo, he gotta be a narcissist or a psychopath, or he has to have to be a he can't be a psychologist. The nigga's too delusional. Like, the self-grandeur is crazy. Who the fuck made this nigga any authority? Like, do he believe he must have believed Jesse Jackson to think he's some fucking body. This nigga thinks he's somebody. Like, nigga, this nigga is the nobody of nobody. The king nobody.
They're not. It's equal. Some of the stuff I've seen continental Africans say about American Africans is
he call us Africans. But notice he using Americans still. Ain't no American Africans. It's Americans and it's Africans in America. That's it.
Well, that's okay, because I'm bringing a solution to this. Since we're knocking on the door of FDMG being ready, there needs to be a progressive American African movement that looks out for the best interests of the American African people, that does not demonize our brothers and sisters abroad, and that looks to build relationships with them as far as that can be done.
Yeah, niggas called Pan-African. Now watch him rebrand. He's gonna rename Pan-African so he can monopolize, because he's envying Tariq Nasheed and Yvette Carnell for having their own movements and following. Matter of fact, I could say he's even envying Dan Calloway, because he had a movement. The Indian movement, that's his shit. Now he want his own shit. Now here we go. Dun dun dun. What you gonna call it, you big bozo?
So my movement to counteract the negativity of these movements we're discussing is going to be the DAFA movement. D-A-F-A, descendants of African freedmen in America.
That's my shit. Freedmen, the freedmen thing, the freedmen in America. Come on, my nigga. You still using America. After you say you out, America never be part of my nigga. We ain't African descendants, nigga. You might as well, we're just European descendant as we are African. We're just indigenous descendant. Are we? That's why I'm saying, see, all you're doing is renaming Pan-African, right? So you can monetize it, so you can get fucking donations. We not sending you fucking donations to a rebrand of Pan-African, nigga. We're not dumb. Go to Africa and do the fucking work. Don't worry about a fucking name and a following. You want your own group. You want your own Hulkamanians. You want to be Hulk Hogan. You want some Hulkamaniacs. That's all this is. That's all it is, nigga. You want to be Melvin. You want to be the fucking blue. You want your own Blue Notes. You want to be Diana Ross and you want Supremes. You want to be David Ruffin and you want Temptations. That's all the fuck this is. You want to be the leader of a fucking group. It's pathetic and it's unoriginal, and you're late. You're like 5 years late. Dan Calloway got his shit, Tariq got his shit, and Yvette got her shit, and I fuck with all of them. I'm United States American freeman exclusively, only. I ain't nothing else. And I'm down with all that other shit, but I ain't down with no fucking DAFA. I ain't ascending no fucking African. I ascend African. I ascend Europeans. And I ascend indigenous people. I'm better than all that shit. The Black American is the most civilized, the most innovative creature on the fucking place of Earth. I think we're better than all that shit. I don't descend. Descendants is to be beneath. I ain't beneath no fucking African. Niggas, you crazy. This is a fucking ego trip. This is just to feed his fucking ego. It's a rebrand of something we already have. He's riding the wave because he see the momentum of the ADOS and the FBA movement. So he's ego tripping because he ain't got his fucking fan base. He ain't got a fucking following. He wants to be a fucking rock star. It's just an ego trip. This is pure ego. Cause nigga, you're a Pan-African. Be a Pan-African. Why you gotta have a dumbass movement? Like the African, and then you still put American in it. After you done said, I'm not gonna put American in my name, I refuse. Nigga, at the end of it, that shit ends with American. It's just a fucking ego trip. This nigga's an egotistical. He's an egotistical dumbass. Man. That's all I can say. It's just him feeding the fucking ego. He want dick riders. He want people to send him money. He wanna monetize this shit. He's trying to monetize a movement. That's all it is. No one asked for this. No one wanted this. No one need this. This ain't happened genuinely. It's something he did because he's seen other people do it. Copycat shit.
Remember, Loom, after freedom came, we were known as what? Freedmen. That was a legal classification. We were the freedmen. My 3 times great grandfather George fought in the Civil War.
Nigga, I'm tired of him. Prove it, nigga. Where the pictures at? Show the records. I'm tired of people. I'm a descendant. Nigga, prove you descendant. I'm tired of these motherfuckers saying the descendants of motherfuckers. We can say anything, nigga. I got pictures, nigga. I got pictures of my descendants in the Civil War. It's a famous picture. I got pictures of my grandfather in Vietnam. I got pictures of cousins and all this shit. What are you talking about, nigga? But I ain't just claiming shit, nigga. I'm a descendant. Nigga, you're a descendant, nigga. Show your pedigree, nigga. Show your lineage. I don't believe nothing this nigga says. And y'all better not send no fucking money to this nigga. You better get this nigga fire and brimstone. Fuck this nigga.
And we have rights as freedmen, so we're fighting as descendants of African, not no American.
How the fuck you go from freedmen to Africans? African, we never came from Africa. Didn't fucking exist. And why you not saying he never saying no country he's from in Africa? I'm not saying I'm a North American. Americas. What part of America you talking about, nigga? Stop generalizing. This ain't the era of generalizing. It's the era of delineation. Delineation means define. It means definition. It means defining who the fuck what we talking about, who we are. Define your Africanism, nigga. I want to see your tribe. I want to see your blood relatives. Nigga, show me that if you African, nigga. Show me your cousins in Africa. And didn't move to Africa because America don't need you.
Ain't never putting that no title, no organization of mine. Descendants of African freedmen in America. organization of mine, descendants of African freedmen in America.
That reparations, the debt is lineage specific. So I don't want to remove the point. Like I like how you put it, right? That before America was America, there were the same behavior. Yeah. So, but I think the British should pay for that.
Yes.
Or did you say when the funds transferred
part of your reparations is coming from who? The British.
See, this that democratic all-inclusive shit. We not fucking, the target is not fucking the British Empire, but that's the common denominator for all these other countries, the Caribbean and some African countries. Their problem is with, okay, yeah, they owe them, but that's not our target. We focus on America. See, he's taking our American problems and make it international. That's it. We don't give a fuck about the British at this time. Nigga, we fighting one thing at a time. We got one target in mind, but he's deflecting. That's agent shit. That's some CIA shit. Take your target off the American government and put it on somebody else. The British! And be all inclusive, have a common denominator with people who sold us. No. We not doing that. Fuck that UK shit at this moment. Niggas, we ain't built UK, nigga. The wealth is in America. The power is in America. The culture is in America. Our government is in America. We have blood ties to this government. The people who raped us formed this government. This government is family to us. This is a civil family problem. This is a domestic problem. We don't give a fuck about that. You let them, nigga, talk to the immigrants about the UK shit. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Y'all go laugh at that. But this is an American homegrown problem. See what I'm saying? He's moving the target. He's moving the conversation. That shit don't concern us. We not worried about the UK shit. Matter of fact, fuck that UK shit. We don't give a fuck about that shit. We concerned about America, our government now. Because the UK, okay, let's say we sue for that, but the British didn't put us in fucking civil rights. I mean, the British ain't put us in Jim Crow. The British ain't steal our land. The British ain't hang us some trees. The British ain't burn us, and they ain't sick dogs on our fucking children. They ain't put crack in our communities. They ain't put fat in our communities. They ain't segregate us. See what I'm saying? Fuck all that other shit you're talking about, Umar. You're moving the conversation because you're a fucking agent and you want a common denominator. You trying to make us have a common bond, and we don't give a fuck about that common bond. Nigga, we worry about specifically this American government. You fucking agent. We ain't built Buckingham Palace, but we did build the White House. We did build Yale, Harvard, and Princeton.
And if we go 1619, right, to 1719, that's 100 years. And then 1719 to 1776, that's like almost 60. So 160 years of your 250. Guess what? Most of your time in American slavery was under the British, not the Americans.
The British didn't steal our fucking generational wealth. The British didn't have KKK. The British didn't segregate us. See what I'm saying? It's more than the slavery. Okay, calm down there, slavery, but no. It's measurable wealth here that we measured, that we owed here in America. That's the imminent wealth we want, nigga. Fuck all that other shit, nigga. No. They stole our shops. They stole our land. They killed our children here. The brutality was here, and America inherited the slaves that belonged to the British. So all that shit you saying, we don't give a fuck about. Millions of acres of land was stolen. We was ignored through the Homestead Act, the GI Bill. Nigga, church was burned. Nigga, towns was flooded here. Towns was bombed and burned down here. That shit has nothing to do with the UK. We don't give a fuck about that UK shit. And once we get our reparations, we can double back to the UK. But not just the UK, nigga, Africa owe reparations too. It ain't just the UK. Nigga, Africa, if we go over to the UK, if we going up to the UK, we gotta go up to Africa just the same, because there was partners. The British Empire in Africa, them kingdoms was partners, nigga. Africa is just as guilty as the fucking British Empire. We're not gonna just see he's being selective and he's not telling the whole truth. If we going after the UK, we going after the west coast of Africa too. If slavery is the common denominator, we ain't gonna say, oh, it's just no. Africa is still the root of all the problems because they sold us to the British Empire. This is compliant, nigga.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
We just did the math. Most of your time enslaved in America was under the British. Is it not common sense, Loon, to unite with my African brothers and sisters in Ghana, in Malawi, in Nigeria?
No, it don't fucking make sense because those countries you naming are descendants of the slave catchers. Those governments of Nigeria and all them Western the people who went in the government was the people who descend from the slaves. They're the elite. Why in the fuck would he's ignoring the fact and acting as if Africans wasn't just as complicit as the Europeans? Nigga, no. It doesn't make sense for us to team up with them people. And most people in Africa wasn't slaves. And most of them never been. It's not everybody in Nigeria. It's not everybody in all them fucking countries. That nigga, no. They don't even have lineage or records to even prove anything. They don't have a fucking writing system to prove anything. We have documented. See, our struggle ain't the same. Our slavery is not created equal. Our shit is documented, measured, and we have different contributions. Nigga, we harvest a different type of fruit. We deserve a different type. We not even with them niggas. Trying to box us and rebrand us as this nigga. No, we're not part of that African shit. Whatever they doing is their business. See, what you should be saying is the people in Africa should go after their governments in Nigeria for reparations for the corruption and for the slavery that they did to their own people. See, it starts in your own country first. If Nigerians want to team up with us, well, the oppressed class have to go after their government like we going after our government. Before we go to Britain, nigga, because the government, the wealth is still here. See, I don't know about them African countries, but all the wealth from slavery is still here. That money is still here. It's traditional. It's generational wealth that's still here. All the banks, all the insurance companies, all the loans, all the real estate, that shit is here. Everything that's developed, that money that is owed here comes with interest. We don't give a fuck about what England owe Africa. Africa, once the English left Africa and the old they become shitholes. Nigga, our slavery ain't created equal. Nah, we fucking different.
In other places around the British Empire who are fighting for the same thing when we are all kith and kin anyway? Does it make sense for me to be at odds with a Jamaican who may very well be my blood cousin? Does it make sense for me to be at odds with a Nigerian who might very well be my blood uncle?
A Nigerian might be a fucking uncle. Well, he might be your fucking slave trader too. See what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for this half truth and selective narrative. I'm saying this weaponized narrative as if Africa is our kin and our family, knowing goddamn well these soldiers. Look, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, my nigga, because it's too much and this video got too fucking long. And I don't feel like editing all this shit, but this nigga full of shit. He's full of shit. He's scamming, and he wants to be goddamn David Ruffin. He wants some fucking Temptations. He want to be fucking Michael. He want everybody to be fucking Tito. He just want a fucking following. And nigga, we can't. First of all, he didn't build his school up, and he's a fucking bad father and a bad son. Why would anybody follow this? He's a fucking scumbag, a scumbag scamming ass immigrant, just like a fucking African. He belongs in Africa, and nigga, we ain't supporting this bullshit. And fuck him. Like, I'm so sick of this nigga. I'm sick of niggas platforming this nigga. I would never cover this nigga again because he's a fucking bozo. He gets no fucking respect. He can eat a fucking dick. Like he need to eat a dick and just go. He needs to go somewhere and just fucking, my nigga. This nigga's the most irrelevant nigga on YouTube. Outdated, and he's a fucking hypocrite, and he's a fucking peasant, my nigga. A begging ass peasant. He has no fucking good qualities at all. He's a bad father, a bad leader, he's just a scammer. Just like a fucking African. He might as well work for the fucking AU farm. He might as well be a Democrat, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't fuck with Democrats and I don't fuck with Africans, man. But yeah, that's the Shadow Band Network, my nigga. Much respect to everybody who sent me cash apps too. Damn, I should have said their names and shit, but you know. Respect to y'all who be randomly sending me cash apps and shit. No, I don't like begging and asking to hit the cash app. That's on begging that shit. Anybody who asks for money and shit like that, I don't like that type of shit. Niggas, donations, I don't like that type of shit. So I would never ask for it, but yo, I appreciate it for everybody who do send, know what I mean? Cause I ain't no begging ass nigga. I don't like a begging ass nigga. And it's not like either too. Like he know the right words to say to black people. It's like it's like a preacher. Family, uncle, cousin, niece, aunts. They're more triggering words to us, right? But let's dig deeper. He's acting like, see, this is that Christian shit. We family. You act like family don't fucking molest people. Like family don't rape people. Like family don't kill people. If my uncle fucking sold my daughter, or you think I give a fuck about my uncle? You think if my father sold my brother, you think I give a fuck about my nigga? Nah, that cuts ties. You become an op now. You go to war with anybody who disrespect or violate, nigga. There are always standards and stipulations of respect and love. We don't unconditionally love these motherfuckers. We know we descendants of slaves. They're the sellers. So even if those are fathers, fucking uncles and cousins and brothers, if my brother sold my daughter, and let's not act like Africa ain't the home of the fucking rapists, the home of the orphan, the home of the HIV spreading motherfuckers. And that's with laws right now. You think Europeans was the only motherfuckers raping people? If Africa is raping motherfuckers right now with laws like it's nothing, could you imagine they was doing during the slave times when it's acting slaves when they didn't have no fucking rights at all? You think they wasn't raping them little girls and them fucking men the same? Treacherous shit was going on. So we gonna ignore that fact, we this family. Nah, but how about the family that has a fucking secret uncle that molests kids? Or the father who molests kids? This shit exists. Or the fucking brother that fucking kills the other brother or sell the other brother out. That shit happened in the Bible. So you think it's because we could be related that ignores the brutality, the pedophilia, the rape, the torture, and you know Africans love fucking laughing at people. They fucking goofy. These people are treacherous people. Give a fuck as we, and it's not like he's proven with family, he's proven family lines like his DNA is connected to. Nigga, that's a what if, maybe, possibly. That's not fucking fact. So now you throwing a fucking fantasy in the mix as if it's a fact, as if it's true. That's possibility. But possibility also means possibility of happening is the opposite of possibility not happening too. So it's a possibility none of them are fucking relatives. Did you ever consider that? Maybe they did a whole ethnic cleansing. That's what it seemed like to me. This is my fucking brothers. These ain't fucking brothers. These are fucking ops. These people are as different as Black Americans are to Africans right now. It's different. It's as different as Americans selling fucking Mexicans. Because we're in the same continent, don't makes us a fucking family. It's like Americans selling fucking Canadians. We got no fucking family in Canada. Who gives a fuck about Canadians? See what I'm saying? He's acting as if these people was actually family members at Big Mama house on Sundays and have barbecue. That's not like that. They don't have that fucking concept. This nigga is scamming and using triggering fucking words. It's all psychological. He's performing psychological warfare on idiots. There is no other group or ethnicity that called themselves black until we did. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, are the only group who called themselves black. Before then, we was the American Negro, we was colored, we was a lot of things, right? African American is the newest ethnicity that we didn't oppose on ourselves, right? For him to say the oldest black or black people this, black people that, if they're not American, they're not black. Black is an ethnicity, black is a culture, black is a heritage, black is a lineage. That doesn't concern nobody outside America. A Nigerian doesn't have black culture, black heritage, black culture. A Jamaican doesn't have black heritage, black lineage, black culture. Now I know Wikipedia might say black descent from Africa. That's some new shit. That's not what it means. We took blackness. They didn't name us blackness. They call us Negro. They call us colored. And nobody wanted to be called black. We made black empowering, just like we made the word nigger into nigga. We made that empowering. We're the only people who allow other people to call themselves us. When we go to other countries, we're not them. When we're in Africa, we're not them. When we're in Jamaica, we're not them. We always are outsiders. But for some reason, when people come here, we allow them to be insiders. And that's incorrect. That was never correct. That was the biggest mistake. And now we correcting it. Everybody's not black. We don't have the authority to call anybody black. And nobody has the authority to call themselves us. See, before now, we had no culture standards, culture parameters, culture criteria. You know what I'm saying? There's no cultural boundaries. You just got dark skin, that was it. That was your pass. We're now revoking black passes based on black skin. If you got a green card, you're not black. The new criteria, the new parameters, the new standard is bloodline, nationality, culture. The American bloodline, American culture, the American struggle, the American experience from 1619 to 1775. Or 1619 to 1864, before there's any immigrants or migrants. You know what I'm saying? That's the new criteria for blackness. It always been, but it was never spoken, so I'm saying it here. Let this be the criteria, let this be the standard of what blackness is from now on. Because you guys, any African, their ethnicity, they'll say their tribe. You guys, any Caribbean, their ethnicity, they'll say anything, Indo-Caribbean or Arawak or whatever. They will not say black. We're the only people that say black as an ethnicity. Race is not a real thing. The scientific term for race is Negroid. And this because you might see it on papers and documents as what race, that's incorrect. Yeah, people act like documents don't make mistakes, or people don't make documents that make mistakes. The same with the race black. That's incorrect too. That's not a real thing. You could Google it, and Wikipedia, people love Wikipedia and Googling shit. Sometimes these programs and these websites can be wrong too. We have to accept that. Just because you Google something doesn't make it fact. Just because you read something doesn't make it fact. Just because something documented doesn't make it fact. And I want to say this too. Just because something is a fact doesn't mean something is true. People confuse truth for facts. But learn the difference, right? So, a fact could be true. But a fact could change. Like scientifically, they say the earth was flat in Rome and shit. At the time, that was scientifically true, but facts changed, so it wasn't true at all, but it was a fact. There's certain things like that, like once upon a time, people said Pluto was a planet. Come to find out, it's just an ice ball of gas. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. It was a fact, but facts change. A truth never changes. You know what I'm saying? And look at truth like this, right? Look at truth like a court case. Facts are just evidence. I mean, but based on the facts, not the truth, determines the outcome of the case. Because sometimes the truth isn't always revealed, and sometimes we take facts for truth, and that determines the outcomes of court cases. The court cases are never, predicated on truth. It's just the perception of truth, the story that sound more truthful. But the actual truth never prevails because guilty people get found innocent people get found guilty. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the facts is evidence. And evidence is tell a story that could lead to truth or could lead to a lie. Like, for example, if I argue with somebody, right, and my gun kills them that night, so they have motive, they have my gun, even though I didn't kill him. Let's say my brother killed him or my girl killed him, right? But the motive is me arguing with him, and I threatened him, and my gun is registered to the murder that killed him. So I would lose that case based on evidence, based on facts. My gun, my motive, and I have opportunity to do it. But the truth is, I didn't do it. Somebody else did. That happens all the time because the truth and the fact are different. Just because you Google a fact doesn't mean it's true. Fact is debatable, and facts change. Like Wikipedia, things change on Wikipedia as time go on because people with motives, people who got their own agendas, go and change shit. Doesn't make it true because it's up there and being documented doesn't make it true. I just want to say that. You learn something new right here. See, you always gonna learn something from here, you know what I'm saying? These are my own philosophies and shit I be coming up with. I be thinking, cause I'm a critical thinker. But now I want y'all to be critical thinkers too, you know what I'm saying? And I've been saying I don't do this for credit and shit, but it's all good. But I just want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna learn something, y'all come here that y'all ain't gonna get from no other podcast, no other individual. Cause I'm a different type of nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like this, you get original thoughts here. Everybody else is fucking parakeets and copy shit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a copy, I'm gonna give you something new, something I'm gonna add to the conversation. I'm gonna add to the lexicon. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add to the philosophy. These niggas, other niggas don't do that. But let's get back. Let me stick to the script. White people in charge of Google, so they want us to be classified as African. So they put we descend from Africans. Now make it right. And they too lazy to identify people because people, ethnicities, and cultures are not significant enough to even have their own identity. That's why they say black. Because you can say black, they just recognize you as us or them as us. Nah, there are new criteria, new standards before you can even identify as black. For grandparents. Some say two. I don't believe in bi-ethnic or bi-culture or biracial. So it's a lineage, a heritage, a culture. Black culture doesn't involve a Caribbean or African. Black history doesn't involve Caribbean and African. Black lineage, etc., etc. These are new standards and criteria for blackness. For grandparents. You have to trace the lineage back to the 1870s census, right? No immigrant background. Skin is no longer the criteria. That shit was like that's just like a open borders to the black culture. You got skin and everybody could get in. Everybody was getting in while picking and choosing when they wanted to be black and when they didn't want to be black. During good times, they didn't want to be black. Hard times, they want to be black. When there wasn't no benefits, they didn't want to be black. When it's beneficial, they want to be black. Being black comes with rewards, and being immigrants doesn't. That delineation is going to starve these people from our culture and access to a lot of things. But that's a different podcast. I'll get into that later. But from now on, it's criteria, standards, boundaries for blackness. And the race is not even black. The race is Congoloid or Negroid. We was never races. Black is not a scientific racial word. Now it might be a racist word because white supremacy does exist, but black supremacy doesn't. See, white supremacy is an ideology and philosophy that's practiced systematically on all levels: street level, prison level, jail level, judicial level, economic level. That's practiced on all level. See, what Pan-African was supposed to be is an antidote to that, but it's not. White supremacy is race first. Pan-Africanism is them scamming off the black American, and race doesn't even exist. See, white supremacy works in concert with objectives. Pan-Africanism objectives is just us being compliant while giving our resources away to them politely. You know what I'm saying? Because look, these African countries can't ask for reparations because they complied in the slave trade. We the only group who didn't comply in the slave trade. We was the only ones forced in the slave trade. Now we was the only ones, the Caribbeans and South Americans. They was, you know what I'm saying, forced too. It's funny he gonna say this common denominator of England. We was enslaved by England, but France had slaves, Portugal had slaves, the Spanish had slaves. He don't mention none of them. See what I'm saying? He act as if it was one slavery and one oppressor. He knows if he mentioned Spain, France, or Portugal as far as slavery go, he gonna know we don't give a fuck about none of that. So the common denominator more people can get people on board with is the English. Then he can break that into white people. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like he does selective targeting when he's saying things. Because some things don't, his main audience is us. He want to target us. He want to play out our, so he says English instead of saying the France has slaves or the Belgian or whoever. He says that because it applies to us. and he think that's gonna trigger our heartstrings and our emotions. We past that. We don't give a fuck. Fuck England. We on this American time. Give a fuck about that shit. He's very selective with these denominators. He like to use denominators. Nah, nigga. Nah. We on the numerator side of things. We don't give a fuck about what's in common with them. We worry about what's in common with us in our best interests only. We focus on us in our country only. We not in nobody else's country, nobody else's business, nobody else's politics. Everybody's in ours. And by trying to stop that, by trying to stop our progress, is signs of agent behavior. It's COINTEL behavior. You don't want us to unite. You don't want us strong. You want us weak. You want us divided. You want us distracted. That's COINTEL pro shit. And that's insecurity. We don't want Black American to unite because of our power. See, this is the thing. People, they take a look down on us now, right? And we're above them now. So people say we're at the bottom of America, but we are above them. Being at the bottom of America, we still are richer than them, more influential than them. We're more confident than them. That's us being robbed for all our nutrients. Imagine if we was replenished to our real status that we deserve to be at, that we really work for, without being sabotaged. These people couldn't call themselves black. They'd be too beneath us. There'll be no common denominator for them. We'd be too rich. We'd be gods to them. We'd be above white people. White people got handouts and fake wealth. White people get to have monopolies. White people get to have nepotism. White people get to get backdoor shit that we don't understand. Saying white people get to break the rules. If we was to have equality to white people and do everything they did and it was our equals, they'll be beneath us because there won't be no Homestead Act to give them all wealth. There will be no government to give them all welfare. Everything we got on our own. We had to fight for. White people didn't have to fight for nothing. See, look, not only do white people make the rules, right? And they had a head start and advantages, they still cheating us. like they make the rules and we exceed the rules. Every time they set a parameter or we exceed it, and we the only people who can outdo white people in their own game. In America, we was rich without their help. We had millionaires without their help. Madam C.J. Walker was the first female rich millionaire in America, probably the world. Anyway, a Black American woman. When they segregate us, we did good. We had our own town. During the fucking recession or the Great Recession, we still was thriving. We had a Harlem Renaissance during that time. Like, we're better at the game that white people make. We're so good that they have to cheat us and restart us and sabotage us in the game that they're made. When they got all the cheat codes, all the passwords, and is rigged, and we still are better at them at the game. Think about how easy it is for white people to be mediocre and succeed. Look up Donald Trump, Elon Musk. And think about the white bitch Renee Bach, right? The bitch who just moved to Uganda and decided she was a fucking doctor and shit, self-proclaimed doctor, and had a practice and donation and opened up an organization and shit, started killing people and killing babies and shit, and then this
Some of the most wild accusations that were made about me is that I killed 800 children. I was medically experimenting on children compared to Adolf Hitler, assumed to be part of the KKK. It's kind of like where to begin, you know? What is
She was not a nurse, not a doctor, not even trained in first aid. Many of the drugs she was using were not meant for children or had expired. She had been mixing medications that should never be combined. Miriam felt sick to her stomach. She knew she had to report it. Within days, health officials arrived. The facility was closed immediately. Parents were devastated. Some refused to believe the truth. Others were furious. Rachel was questioned but not arrested. There were no criminal charges filed, but she was taken to court in a civil case. A judge in Uganda ordered her to pay $9,000 to each family as compensation. She had no money left. Her church in Ohio, once proud of her, distanced themselves. News outlets around the world picked up the story. Years passed. Rachel certificate
moved out with no credentials just because he said he was a fucking doctor or pretended to be a fucking medical practitioner. Think about Elizabeth Holmes, the white bitch who was the CEO of the Reynolds. Bitch said she could revolutionize blood with a few drops, and they gave her millions because she's just like she was Steve Jobs. She was a female white Steve Jobs, mediocre as fuck with no experience. See how easy it is for white people to be successful? And for us to be successful, we have to be extraordinary, supernaturally thorough. That's why you see anybody black in any fucking high position of power. Ain't no fucking diversity, equity programs. They earn that shit. They're excellent. They're better than everybody. White people are DEI. White people get passes. White people get let in mediocre as fuck. Look at George Bush Jr. Idiot, fucking pure idiot, but he get to run the country. If he was fucking black, he'll be in a fucking special ed education. He'll be a bum. But just by being white, they make it so easy for mediocre people, no talented people, stupid people to be successful. Why black excellence and black genius be failures. But yet and still, we still manage to find success. With a game, look, we're successful in the game that's set to perpetually keep us unsuccessful. We still make success. Like we still make excellence. Africans, Caribbeans, and Latinos get handouts, special privileges, program, train, and priority to have success in this country. We're the only ones who are not prioritized to be successful in this country, but still make success. And mind you, we're the only day one Americans. We're the only historic Americans. We're the only foundational Americans. We're the only heritage Americans here. But yet, all the immigrants get all the priority. We're being fucking invaded and infiltrated. There's more parasites than there's fucking hosts in this country. So that's why all that weird minority shit doesn't mean nothing to us, because they're not minorities, they're the majority. The immigrants are the majorities and Americans are the minorities. All that POC shit, all that pawns of Caucasian, all them pets of Caucasians. I heard that in one of them TikTok things. Somebody said, I invent this, pets of Caucasians, POC. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Dr. Umar that motherfucker and say pawns of Caucasians instead of saying pets, because I want my own thing. I'm act like I invented some shit, so I'm a steal whoever said they shit. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'm acknowledging that I got it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say pawns of Caucasians instead of pets of Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tariq Nasheed did, FBA to ADOS, he remix his own shit. I'm remixing, you know what I'm saying, POC to pawns of Caucasians instead of pets of Caucasians. But let me get back to the reparations and why people don't want us to have reparations, because reparations is giving us the same opportunities white people got and everybody else got and immigrants got. We, at the very least, should have priority over immigrants. But the system is to keep us down, keep us distracted, keep us in poverty. So they need immigrants to take from us and fight us. There is no reason why there should be a Latino in our government, an African in our government, a Caribbean in our government, a European in our government. These people are not Americans. They all have dual loyalties. Matter of fact, they straight loyal to other countries. There should be nobody in Israel in our fucking government, in our Senate, in our Congress. We're the only people loyal to this fucking country, but yet we have the least seats. Our caucus is fucking full of immigrants. You know what I'm saying? White mediocrity is systematic, just like black oppression is systematic. But let me get back to the script. I be getting sidetracked. Bill Gates, these people are idiots. But they're disguised as geniuses because the game is so rigged. They get favoritism, monopoly, they get backing for success. They're not successful on their own. They get government support. They're not successful on their own. Collectively, they make these people successful. Now think about all the black geniuses who was excellent, beyond mediocrity, way beyond mediocrity, that failed and died broke. Lewis Lattimore. Like think about it, like Bill Gates and Mark Dean. Mark Dean invented the personal computer. How come he's not as big as Bill Gates? Like even the touchscreen technology. Why is I forgot the woman's name, but why she isn't as big as Steve Jobs? White mediocrity. It's like Thomas Edison. He's mediocre, but he has money and funding to buy other people's ideas and patents and take credit for it. White people are the kings of stealing ideas and credibility. They're the plagiarizers of this country. We the only people who can outdo and compete with white people. That's why they have to keep us down. That's why they have to recruit the whole world and everybody from different diasporas and ethnicities and cultures and nations to come here and undermine us and sabotage us and distract us and to fight against us, because the biggest fear is black unity. It's black unity focused with goals. Pan-Africanism is a fucking distraction. That's why they ain't killed Umar ass like they killed Malcolm X, because Umar's not a fucking threat. You can tell these niggas, anybody who the FBI is not targeting, killing, or sabotaging and throwing in prison is a fucking mark and saying be trusted, because they ain't saying real shit. These niggas are he's an entertainer at this point. Umar's a fucking entertainer. That's all he is. He's not a philosopher because he's not smart. He's not. Listen, education don't make you smart. Doesn't make you intelligent. Your vocabulary doesn't make you intelligent. Even having a cohesive argument doesn't make you intelligent. Your intentions and your what you bring new to the table makes you intelligent. These niggas bring nothing new. It's just regurgitating old shit. But white people succeed being mediocre, and black people fail being excellent. And we still better at, because we're better than them at the game, because they can take all the resources and lure us out and distill our ideas and mimic our ideas. That's what the fuck they do. Poland Spring is like the biggest fucking water thing, the biggest water company. Nigga, we had a guy who invented a water machine out of thin air. See what I'm saying? We are excellent, they are mediocre. But the system is in place to keep them where mediocrity will succeed over black excellence. It's the system. And we focus on the system. Africans, Caribbeans are not. They're here to comply, and they sign up to participate in the system. We fight in the system. They want to comply with it. They submit to the system. Their countries reflect that they're failures. We're the only people who exceed. Like, think about being so influential without no money, without no army, but we influence the world. Think about a Spanish person from Spain, from an Italian person from Italy, a person from the UK. They all have accents, right? But you notice when they come to America, they lose their accents. Know why? Because they talk like us. Nigga, we don't talk. Nigga, we expand the English language. We create words every year in the dictionary. England is stuck in time. We don't speak English at this point. America got more words than English than the UK. You know why? Because black Americans are constantly creating and expanding the fucking lexicon. Our ebonics becomes words. The word ain't becomes, it became a word. Our improper English becomes words. Nigga, our culture is in see what I'm saying? We exceed them at their own game, at their own strengths, that they have to sabotage us. That's what separates us from everybody else. Now, imagine us being restored to our rightful status, the rightful money they owe us, the peace. Imagine things we will create. We created things during oppression with limited resources. We invented great things, 50,000 things. Imagine we had times in schools to educate our own people and into our own invention and pass down our generational knowledge. See, not only do we don't pass down our generational wealth, we don't get to pass down our generational knowledge, because all our leaders they kill, all our great fathers they imprison. What I'm saying, they constantly breaking up our families. Our continuity is constantly interrupted. All reparations is doing is restoring us to normalcy, letting us live in peace uninterruptedly. Nobody wants that, because nobody can compete with us. That's why Pan-Africanism is a scam, because it's distracting us from our full potential by redirecting our attention, our resources, our political views. It's all Pan-Africanism is just a distraction. It's a parasite on the black American. See what I'm saying? So imagine being black but having white privilege, and white privilege didn't exist. Imagine us as being owning the land we always own, monopolizing off all the inventions and creating, our own systems, having our own banks, our own communities, our own cities. Africans, that's why white people are inferior. White people will envy us. You know how far down the totem pole Latinos, Arabs, Indians, and especially Africans are at the bottom of the world anyway. We give them hope by them clinging on to us and being parasite and leeching on to us. So when they go to brag about achievements, they brag about us. They don't brag about themselves. Could you imagine if we was rightfully restored? Reparations is just restoring who we are. Nobody want us restored because everybody have to bow down and be in their rightful place beneath us. They're beneath us anyway. But you know how far beneath us? We be like the fucking Jews. The Jews ain't have a real fair start. They have white supremacy and monopolies too. Imagine being black with monopolies. These are things we don't even think about. We don't think about monopolies and nepotism because we're not included in it. Imagine we have systematic, not oppression, but systematic support. These fucking ethnicities and immigrants get systematic support while we get systematic oppression. So imagine we reversed it. We had systematic support and the immigrants have systematic oppression. Think about how worse their lives would be. We give them hope. Our country gives them hope. Our struggle gives them hope. Our fight gives them hope. They live the best lives. They can't even dream in their own dreams in their own country. Can't dream of the life they get to live in America. That's why they all go back. They all cry. You know what I'm saying? That's why Pan-Africanism is a fucking fraud. It's a one-way street. Pan-Africanism is a distraction. It has to be COINTELPRO because they distracted us from unifying Black American, Pan-Black Americanism. See, but anyway, we was the victims of the slave trade. We wasn't compliers or co-defendants or we haven't done no assistance. We are the victims. African countries aren't the victims of slavery. They slaved each other, but the white people didn't slave them. With exceptions of Leopold in the Congo and shit like that. But for the most part, they slaved each other and they slaved us. They don't have a fucking to go to the white oppressors because they too are oppressors. That's why Pan-African is a fucking scam. Africans wasn't slaves till the Africans in Africa wasn't slaves to the colonial system. We were. So I don't know what they came and asked for. So what? They was colonized. What the fuck they gotta do with anything? There wasn't slaves. We asking for slavery. Like we was colonized in America, our indigenous people, and we were slaves too. Or their only argument is, being colonized. They don't have slavery. They don't have Jim Crow. They don't have systematic oppression. That's not their thing. And Africans don't have a unity to even have a black supremacy. Black Americans have a unity. We always synchronize. That's why when something happens on the West Coast, they riot. We riot on the East Coast. We riot in Detroit. We riot in the North, or at the same time. When George Floyd, something happened to him, we all went up. When something happened to Don King, we all went up. Don King, Rodney King, we all went up. Martin Luther King, we all went up. Malcolm X, we all went up. That's what we do. We synchronize. Even though we're spread it out in a large landmass, we're still culturally connected. We're still blood lineage connected. Our program is still the same. We are synchronized. Africans aren't synchronized. They're inbred separates. These tribes are inbreds that's separate from other inbreds. They have rivalry and jealousy. To be unified with people in this country who are not unified in their own country, it's just a fucking joke at this point. It's impossible. We are unified people. If anything, Africans, Caribbeans come here and divide us. The Joy Reids, the Cynthia Rivos. These people don't even like us to unify with us. In their minds, they're not here because of us. They're here because of white people. Ignoring the fact that the only reason they could work with white people and move in white communities and marry and date white people is because we fought for all those rights that they call privileges. See, we think in a right mind. They think in privileges. See what I'm saying? We think in fighting terms. They think of opportunities that they ain't fought for. We work for everything we got. They want handouts. This is how we can never unite with people. We don't even think in the same terms. We're the total, like mentally, we're the total opposite. Politically, we're the total opposite. Culturally, we're the total opposite. Like everything about us is different from Africans and Caribbeans. Skin color is the only thing we have in common with people, and that's the weirdest shit to bond over. That's the lowest common denominator. Okay, so we got this in common, so we supposed to be unified. That's a fucking scam, because everyone in Africa has the same skin color, and none of them are fucking united. It's all war, all cannibalism. It's nothing but rape, nothing but orphans. They don't care about. They don't unify their own countries to build their own countries, because there's no benefits in their countries. There's no opportunities in their countries. There's no luxury in their countries. They didn't invent nothing in their countries. They didn't contribute nothing to their countries. They don't want to do the hard work because they're not hard workers. They don't want to come where all the hard work was already done. You'll never see an African with a fucking hammer. You'll never see an African at a fucking work site. That's not what they do. They're lazy people. You'll see them begging when you go to their country. You see them not working when you go to their country. They like to brag about working and hard work, but they don't do no hard work in their country. Hard work is not in their culture. Nigga, every generation we had to work hard. Nigga, every generation you go over there, they're just fucking lazy and wandering and squandering. Hard work is not in the Africans' culture. It's not in their program at all. Nor Caribbeans. They come here, they get fucking cozy jobs, they get office jobs, they get fucking Uber jobs. They don't do hard work, and the hardest work they do is probably driving, and they scam. See what I'm saying? They scam. They don't do the hard work. They don't learn the criteria. They don't learn the right way to do things. They take shortcuts and they scam. Even their college degrees, scams. They don't work hard. That's the biggest lie. They project that shit. We the only hard working people in America, historically. Who works harder than a slave? It's like a cannibal type of ideology where a bunch of parasites feed on one host, and the one host is Black Americans. See, the term Pan-Africanism started here because we as a collective always fought against white supremacy. That's part of our culture. That's baked into our program. That's in our conditioning, being American, from America since the beginning. We had racism every day of our life, every year, every second. We had to go through that. Africans didn't. Caribbeans didn't. So the whole fighting white supremacy concept is an American. That's not an African concept. They worship white people. It's not a Caribbean. They worship white people. They bleach their skin. They play Christians and white Jesus and all that shit. See what I'm saying? We spent most of our time bigging up Africans, but Africans spend their time siding with white people, wanting to be white, marrying white people, kissing white ass, and selling other people to white people. The sellouts. See, Pan-Africanism is supposed to be called Black supremacy. The problem with Black supremacy is you have too many inferior ethnicities and cultures and nationalities attached to it, where only the Black Americans are the superior people. See, white supremacy is insecurity of the rising of the Black American. The Black Messiah isn't an African, isn't a Caribbean. It's us. So what we did was we formed something to combat white supremacy, and we welcome allies in. The problem is our allies are double agents. They work for the oppressor. They side with the oppressor. They're not collective thinking. They're selfish. They don't think in racial terms. They think in tribal terms. So to them, we are a different tribe to them. While we fighting white supremacy, they're fighting us with tribalism. And that's why Pan-Africanism can never work, because they don't have the conditionings, they don't have the story, the struggle, they don't have the situations that we have. We're the only country with white people. We're the only people with melanin skin, with dark skin, that created a first world country side by side with white people. We the 13% that has just as much power as the government, without violence, without money, without financial backing. Our power don't come from violence. Our power don't come from money. Our power just come from us being us. Our power come from our morality, our integrity, our perseverance. Doesn't involve no bloodshed. Doesn't involve no bribes. Doesn't involve corruption. White supremacy is based on corruption. It's based on bribes. It's based on initiatives. It's based on lies. It's not based on nothing factual, truthful, or just, or admirable. They have no heroes. They have villains. And there's so many villains that they have to make their villains into heroes. Jeffrey Dahmers, Thomas Jefferson, rapists, George Washington, a fucking slave owner. They don't have Malcolm X's. They don't have Harriet Tubmans. They don't have these American icons that make America great. Everything America stands for, they don't represent it. We stand for it. They sit down. White supremacy is a hate. It's a jealousy. It's insecurity. It's a fear ideology that projects and lies. It's because they don't want to compete with us. They can't compete with us. We work harder. We're smarter. We're more innovative. Africans is nothing like that. The Europeans are parasites, and the Africans and Caribbeans are parasites too. They all come here to parasite. Opportunities they didn't fall for is parasiting. They don't contribute to nothing. They just take. We come from a giving culture. They come from a taking culture. That's why Pan-Africanism can never work. That's why we have to fight white supremacy on our own here in America by ourselves. Because America never oppressed them, slaved them, Jim Crowed them, segregated them. America welcomed them to undermine us, to spite us in the face, to spit in our face. That's why these people can never be our allies, because they move in enemy energy. They're enemies to each other, and they don't see us as them, because we're not them. Black isn't the criteria. Ideology, conditioning, programming, experience, lineage, heritage has nothing to do with what they got going on. We don't worship white Jesus. We don't worship the monarch of England. You know what I'm saying? We are an empowering people. We are a collective people. We always had to stick together because we was always outnumbered. They never stick together because they had tribalism and they was the majority. You know what I'm saying? We are the total opposite. We are the minority, outnumbered by white people. They're the majority. There's barely no white people. We experience racism. They experience tribalism. We fight white power. They comply. They assist. We fight oppression. They come here and sign up for it willingly. They volunteer. They pick their own oppressors. Different countries are Europeans. We stay in our country. They flee from their countries. We create culture. They have no culture. We are original. They are copiers. Hosts and parasites. Two different groups. So for him to say that, it's the oldest black philosophy or political philosophy, who gives a fuck if it's the first or not? We're the only. What applies to us does not apply to Africans. What applies to natives does not apply to immigrants. He's conflating the two based on skin color. That's the lowest denominator. And these people love to pick on the lowest denominator. They don't try to crowbar themselves into Latinos, Afro-Latinos, Caribbeans, or white people, or Asians. They want to crowbar themselves because they think we are the lowest. They was told that we are the lowest. But it's a culture shock when they come here and realize that we are the strongest. We are the most influential. We are the rebels. We don't fit the criteria that been described to them as far as the stereotypes go. We exceed everything. And we also the producers. We the contributors. They think that we just some, benefactors of white, charity and shit. Nah, white people benefit of us. We don't get nothing from white proximity. White proximity get everything from us. Agriculture, technology, plain culture, entertainment. The morality and integrity of America lies in us. It's not white people. They just put their face on it. They just plagiarize all the things is good and represent America. But we the only people who represent America. We are the only group who didn't immigrate here. We was made here. We didn't come through a boat on Ellis Island. See, that's the difference. So what we say about blackness, so what he says about blackness does not apply to nobody but Americans. He has no authority to reclassify immigrants as black or conflate the two.